You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silterhar Motors. Chest puffing.
I'm tougher than Mark.
Occasional pettiness.
Your disappointment makes me happy.
And fearless leadership.
30 seconds left. Just get us in field goal range. Come on, kid, now. Execute.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, here we go. Welcome to it. Happy Monday. Happy Victory Monday, everybody out there, as your Denver Broncos continue to roll. 10 wins in a row, a sweep of the hated Raiders, a not as close as the final score. Oh, there were some very upset people with that last field goal.
Oh, God. I mean, what are we doing? Come on.
Can we get an investigation there?
7 and a hook.
Man.
Does not cover.
Woo.
Mike.
Wow.
How you doing, buddy?
For sure, I am sure for some Bronco fans, there was a sense at the end of the game like, what just happened? I'm very happy, but I'm not as happy as I thought I would be. I wonder why. Because, anyway, be that as it may, only a few of you, well, maybe a little bit more than a few, concerned with that. But good times roll, Broncos roll, an incredibly efficient game from the offense. 3 long scoring drives. Bo Nix, 31 of 38. Talk about you never go broke taking a profit. 31 completions, 212 yards. Dinking and dunking, game management, taking what the defense gives, however you want to all add it up, Brandon Stokley. It was another win, and now they own the important tiebreaker. If they end up tied atop the AFC with New England, they now own that tiebreaker.
How cool is that? Great win. I love it. You know, you look at both 31 for 38, only 212 yards. Like you said, a lot of dinking and dunking, a lot of underneath stuff. I think that's great.
I think it's awesome.
Right? I mean, that's what you want to see from the guy, being patient, hanging in the pocket. If you're going to play a soft zone and play coverage, well, guess what? Let's take all the underneath stuff, stay on schedule, and keep the chains moving. That's what they were able to do. And, yeah, like you said, I mean, that was one of those that was never in doubt there in the second half, which is great to see. They've had so many close games. What was it, four games in a row by 3 or less points that they won? So to be able to just kind of put your feet up there, take a deep breath, and not really have to sweat this one out, great job. To your point, again, they own that tiebreaker against the Patriots. That was a huge win, and now it's 10 in a row. Very impressive, Mike. Go down to Vegas and take care of business.
Yeah, they did take care of business. Sean Payton was never happy, was really beating himself up and the coaches up for their game plan in that 10-7 Thursday night snooze fest against the Raiders. Felt it was much better this time around.
Well, it wasn't self-scout. You just put the film on. It's like, you ever had one of those articles? All right. But that's how the game plan felt. So, but that's the challenge with his defense, and he does a good job. We handled the pressure. We handled some of the movement stuff. It's good to have a drive to start the game, score a touchdown. We felt a lot more because, look, when Pete comes on board, some of the defense changes, and so certainly playing him, we felt a lot more, I don't want to say prepared, but a lot more in touch with what to expect, when to expect it, and I think that helped.
You know, you said earlier this year, and it was a very fair observation, that this offense is so inconsistent, so hot and cold. Add in some of the penalties. You question whether or not this could be an offense that could just go on long drives.
Right.
And it was a very fair observation from you, but proof of how far this offense has come in the last few weeks. Look at these scoring drives, Stoke. 14 plays, 81 yards, 8 minutes and 54 seconds. 14 plays, 91 yards, 9 minutes and 13 seconds.
Nice.
And how
about the 19-play, 90-yard drive? Took 10 minutes up.
Yes.
For a field goal.
Yeah, for a field goal. 19 plays, 90 yards, 10 minutes.
19 plays, 90 yards.
10 minutes off the clock.
Unbelievable. And
bless Bo Nix.
they also had in there a 9-play drive that ended in a punt. They had a 10-play drive that they didn't get that fourth down that ended in down. So, you look at that, I mean, that's impressive. I don't know. I mean, did we have, any 3-and-outs, Mike?
Ooh, I don't think
none.
so. No.
Buddy, none. 0.
After leading the league.
I mean, that was awesome. That's what you like to see, efficiency, right? Some consistency. Let the defense be able to rest. Stay on the football field. Finish drives off with touchdowns. They did a great job. Very impressive from this offense, from Bo Nix. Staying patient, taking what they give you. Sean's funny. He's talking about that game plan against the Raiders the first time when they won 10-7. Did you hear what he said? Have you ever had one of those articles? You had an article that you just looked at and said, not very good. Not very good article, right? Hey, so he's owning it. They didn't have a good game plan against that type of defense they were playing. Much better this time, much better execution. You just look at these drives. Impressive. R.J. Harvey, give him a lot of credit. He really stepped up. And, on that first drive, his play, his catch, and breaking that tackle after getting smacked right when he caught it, that would have been a punt. You're punting the football there. So great job there by the offense doing their part and taking care of business against a bad football team. This is what you do against bad football teams right there.
They ran 72 plays to the Raiders 48, 39 minutes to 21 minutes in terms of time of possession. You want balance. You got balance, 212 yards passing, 152 yards rushing. Add it all up, it was a very efficient, clean win. They did have their fair share of penalties, but nothing that was too damaging. And they get the win, and they move on. And now 2 really good, challenging home games coming up, as you got Green Bay coming up this week, followed up by Jacksonville, who's red hot. And, I would be remiss if I did not mention, ding dong, the Chiefs are dead.
Oh! How good was that, Mike?
The Chiefs.
They're done.
Chiefs, they're done.
It's over.
They've been officially eliminated from AFC West consideration. They will and cannot win the AFC West. The reign is over. All that summertime conversation has the gap between the Chiefs and the rest of the AFC West closed. Oh, yeah, it's closed. It's gone. Yes! It's snapped shut. And
they're not making the playoffs either. They're not making the playoffs.
They're not.
I mean,
that was their last stand.
Inconceivable. Right. Imagine that. Not even in 3 years in a row Super Bowls, lost last year, won the AFC West for the last decade, and now they're just not going to make the playoffs.
I'm here.
No, you're not. In a game that you absolutely had to have.
You had to.
A circle the wagons type performance, you thought, for the Chiefs. And Mahomes goes 14 of 33 for 160 yards, no touchdowns, and 3 picks. Done. Stick a fork in that barbecue.
They got to help him out a little bit there, dropping passes left and right. But, yeah, that was fun. That was a fun one to watch. The reign is over, Mike.
The reign is over. The reign is over. And we're all Eagles fans tonight, because if the Eagles can beat the Chargers, then it is Fat City moving forward over the rest of the regular season. It is a Bronco Reaction Monday. Want to hear from you. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Also on our YouTube channel, Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved in there. All the regulars already checking in. Coming up next, what did you think of R.J. Harvey and the running game? Was this the breakout game for R.J. that makes Broncos country feel a little bit better about losing J.K. Dobbins? That's next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan and Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of new or gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to denversports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
Well, the holidays, they are fast approaching. It can be chaotic. It can be stressful. Maybe you spend some time this weekend getting the house ready for guests. What about that plumbing? Do you feel good about everything? Well, if you do, that's good. But if you have any concerns, anything you want to get dealt with before the house gets invaded, talk to my friends and the people I trust, Copperhead Plumbing. Available and ready to go to make sure unexpected plumbing problems don't dampen your festivities. Copperhead Plumbing has been reliably serving Colorado since 2007. Think about that. To last that long, that means professional work and attitude every day, week after week, year after year, leading to repeat customers and positive word of mouth. This holiday season, Copperhead Plumbing here for water heater tune-ups. Need that reliable hot water. With more cooking and cleaning on tap, schedule Copperhead to come out for drain and disposal services. Same with a pipe inspection to catch potential leaks before they freeze and become a major costly headache. Let Copperhead Plumbing take as much stress as possible out of your holidays by giving them a call, 303-552-3491 and at CopperheadPlumbingInc.com. Happy holidays from Copperhead Plumbing. They plumb different. They plumb custom.
Today at Berg Simpson, we'll get a call from someone who needs our help. We'll learn about their loved one's injuries. We'll listen to their concerns, and we'll promise to fight for them. Then we'll use our resources and experience to deliver the best possible results we can for that client. So today, when that client calls Berg Simpson, we hope they feel they've done the best thing for their family.
If you've been injured, call Berg Simpson for free now at 303-790-2525. 303-790-2525. BergSimpson.com. Good lawyers changing lives.
What is happening? Stoke for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auction for over 40 years, and they got some great auctions that are ending this week. Got one that's ended today at 2 o'clock. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. Guess what? It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. Best part about it is you're going to get great deals on great items. Got surplus assets of a local contractor that's ending at 2 o'clock this afternoon. This got cargo vans, got flatbed trucks, 2019 Nissan Sentra, all kinds of crew cab pickup trucks. It's a really cool auction. Like I said, it's open for bidding right now. It will be ending at 2 o'clock. They got 37 items in this auction. And tomorrow, how about this? Got over 1,300 items in a contractor vehicle, tools, and equipment auction. That auction will be ending at 8:30 in the morning. That's what I love about Roller Auction. They're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all and get yourself a great deal at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda weight loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. Plus, Orchard handles all home repairs for you, attracting buyers. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com for your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Imagine almost every jewelry legend all under one roof.
Roberto Coin, Marco Biccigo, Ippolita, Paul Morelli, Mickey Moto, Tacori, Hearts on Fire, and dozens more, all in one store.
Imagine a diamond bar with almost every size, shape, and price range GIA diamonds.
And a Swiss watch center with all the great marks, including Longines and the legendary Tudor. I'm Dylan.
I'm Shayna Williams, inviting you to Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
We've built one of the largest jewelry stores in America with one vision.
To be the only jeweler you will ever need.
For that perfect diamond engagement ring.
The ultimate holiday gift.
Or just because you deserve it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood at the corner of Broadway and Bellevue.
Now, imagine their face Christmas morning.
This holiday, come to Williams Jewelers.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
The
the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche. Williams Jewelers, where Colorado shines.
Payton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider, Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear, you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course.
So make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Yeah, I thought both backs ran hard. I thought the guys up front played well. I thought we blocked the perimeter well. The play actions and some of the spread out formations, were efficient. So it was a good win.
Good running game, but both backs. What do you mean, Sean? Both backs? How about 4 running backs? You had R.J. Harvey with 17 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. Ran hard. Julian McLaughlin, 4 carries. Tyler Bidet, 4 carries. That fullback, Adam Prentice. Give me 22 Prentices. Adam Prentice had 2 runs. Almost busted one for a touchdown. Couple first down runs. And they were also involved in the passing game. You had Bidet had a catch. McLaughlin had a catch. Prentice had 2 catches. Harvey had 6 catches. So you got a lot of use out of the running backs. And I was thinking of you during some of these long drives that they were putting together, because there were times where I know how much you're not a big fan of all those personnel packages. There were drives where all 3 running backs got used on one drive.
Yeah. No, I don't love that.
All 4.
Yeah.
Actually, if you count the fullback.
Well, yeah, I don't. I want, we're going to go with Harvey. Let's let Harvey just run it. Let's let him get in the rhythm and the flow of the football game. But they were able to do that yesterday. He still got 17 carries. That's the thing. When you're able to stay on the field and convert third downs and have these long drives, I'm okay with it, right? You don't need to have Harvey on the field every play. So they did a nice job of having a lot of plays and letting Harvey still get in the flow of the football game while using these other guys also.
Well, no doubt it was a breakout game for R.J. Harvey. As I mentioned, the 75 yards rushing. He had the 25 yards receiving. So 100 yards from scrimmage, another touchdown, 23 touches. Bo Nix liking what he saw.
He's just very multiple. He can do so many different things and do them well. So I thought he ran the ball very hard today. It was hard to tackle. He had a few plays to where he stayed on his feet after contact. And then he always does a good job, out of the backfield. I will always say that's one of his greatest traits. But he's really starting to get it. He just understands things. He's really not, having a whole lot of mental errors. He's just playing and just doing his job and doing it at a high level.
And you know what you saw? You didn't see him being hesitant. You didn't see him look to try to cut it outside. He was running hard up the middle. Hard.
Yeah.
And that was hard running.
Yeah, no, it was. And to Bo's point, obviously he does a good job in the passing game. I think I got to take the L. I was ready to see Jaleel kind of step in and be the starter there. But R.J. Harvey has shown. He has shown that he's ready to take over. And losing Dobbins, that stinks. He was doing a great job. But for Harvey to step up as a young player that really, you don't quite know what you're going to get from him. I mean, Dobbins was playing great, so need someone else to fill that void. And Harvey is built like that guy that should be in between the tackle type of guy, a guy that breaks tackles, and you saw it. I mean, that first drive, catching that ball out of the backfield, getting hit. I think it was Adams. Is that Jamal Adams?
Yes.
Correctamundo.
Yes.
You're looking at me weird.
I know. I'm not 100%
Okay.
sure, but I'm 99% sure.
Okay, you're looking at me very weird. Like I'm like, is that a basketball player that I just named or something? I might be way off here, but anyway.
Do I have a booger showing or
right,
what? Right.
Somebody put a big hit on him. He was able to spin out of it and get that first down. That was a big time play. And then
Great young man.
the drive leads to a touchdown. You get up 7-0. And you make the Raiders have to start making plays, So great job, really a great job by Harvey. He stepped up in a big way. Now you got to try to hopefully we see that more consistently from him and this offense, because this is going to be important heading down the stretch, Mike.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, Bronco Reaction Monday. Let's hear from you. We've got this one. I know the Broncos offense didn't have a lot of points, but I think this was their best game offensively this year. Bo surgically dismantled the Raiders' defense. Harvey was running the ball hard. Great overall game. Yeah, I can't really argue with that. There weren't that many possessions,
No.
And so when you consider the number of possessions they had, you got to feel pretty good about what they put out there. They did not have any 3-and-outs. They only punted once, so and they had that one drive that they turned it over on downs. But for most of the time they were out there, they moved the ball and they took up a lot of clock. Defense had a pretty easy day.
Efficient, very
efficient.
This is the offense that, if you're going to try to do something special this year, this is the offense that you want to watch right here.
Yeah.
This is the recipe right here. So great job by them going on the road, taking care of business. I mean, I know you and Mark are a little bit disappointed because y'all like the Raiders to be relevant. And y'all tell the NFL's better when the Raiders are relevant. No, it's not.
I don't care about them right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Right now I'm fine. We'll worry about their renewal next year.
But let me tell you. Let me tell you, they're 2-11. It's awesome. Great job beating them twice. That first game, Thursday night game, it's one of those, you got a short week, you're a little bit off, and but now you go down to Vegas and you take care of business. You put yourself in a great position. You own the tiebreaker. Wasn't as close as the score shows. Just a really good job of being pros and taking care of business against a team that you should dominate.
Let's see some reaction from our YouTubers, Colorado Denver Sports YouTube channel. Jason Bonney, another victory Monday. Denver Broncos for life, number 1 seed, LFG. Ryan Anderson, loved the running game. Builder Mike, what a time to be alive. Snapple Toothful, how about that dirty gambling end?
Oh, yeah, that was a bad one for people.
Colorado.
That was a bad one for Broncos country. Like, when you have 7.5 and that game is over and then they throw a flag on a delay a game flag, because I thought that was a little ridiculous.
Right. Which made me wonder, between the refs calling that flag and Pete going for the field goal.
Right.
I mean, you gotta.
Yeah, I mean,
games
Pete,
in Vegas.
Pete, there's 4 seconds left.
Yeah.
You're not going to have another play if you kick the field goal. Why would you kick the field goal?
I mean, you'd think you'd want to be playing to score right to the end, right? Touchdowns.
Yeah.
I mean,
you're trying to kick the field goal and then
was that you'd leave,
have a second left.
Yeah, but then you're still going to
you got to kick an onside kick, and
yeah,
I don't.
That was a weird one.
That was really weird.
Colorado Crew 37-26. Travis Swift can start packing for Cancun permanently. Yes, ding dong. The Chiefs are dead. Up next, what was the best thing about Bo Nix's performance, and did he make another leap in his career development? That's next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of newer, gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to denversports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Hey, the holidays are meant to be joyful, right? But if you're a man dealing with erectile dysfunction, the season of love and joy can be tough on you. If ED is putting a strain on your relationship, this is a year to turn things around. Show your partner you care by giving the gift of treating your ED and restoring your relationship. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they have treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rate well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And they serve the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Fellas, stop procrastinating. Start taking your health seriously again. Jeff and his team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're the absolute best. They can get you taken care of. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
From holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. And now, during their Sizzle All the Way sale, you can get 50% off site-wide at omahasteaks.com. Plus, our listeners get an extra $35 off with promo code SKY at checkout. I was lucky enough to receive Omaha Steaks as a gift, and it was everything I had hoped for. Items were individually packaged so I could cook for the entire family. Or if I was the only one home, I would treat myself with a delicious steak, sides, and even dessert. I loved those nights by myself. Right now is the perfect time to save on delicious gifts and holiday hosting favorites. Every steak is perfectly aged to maximize tenderness and hand-cut by master butchers in America's heartland. It's holiday magic made easy. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide during their Sizzle All the Way sale. And for an extra $35 off, use promo code SKY at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, code SKY.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry is proud to announce that we are Denver's authorized dealer for Norcane watches, the official luxury watch of the NHL. With every purchase of a Norcane watch, you'll receive a free Wolf winder, a $400 value, while supplies last. Family owned like Matthews, Norcane is dedicated to crafting innovative, high-quality Swiss watches with over 4 decades of heritage in the industry, pushing boundaries and embracing innovation.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry in the Highlands Ranch Town Center and at MatthewsFineWatches.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. What if you could use the equity in your home to get cash fast? With no appraisal, zero hassle, and less waiting with Cake? You can. The Cake Fast Cash program is like turning your home into your ATM. People are using it to pay off high-interest debt, do renovations, tackle student loans, or cut monthly bills by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The best part? Your current mortgage rate won't change. With Cake, you also get peace of mind. We're AAA rated by the Better Business Bureau and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked Cake Fast Cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Dan Jacobs for 303 Law 4040, and I'm here with that beautiful voice you hear on the other end of the phone. Oftentimes when you call 303 Law 4040, it's my lovely wife, Kimberly. Kim, I know you and I had so much fun the other day. We actually met with a couple that had been in an accident up north in their house the other day, and Randy was so excited. He's like, I can't believe it. It's the lovely wife. She's right here in my kitchen.
He's too kind. It was really great to meet him and his wife and his pets and just be able to help them.
I think it helps that when you answer the phone, when people call 303 Law 4040, it makes things, I know calling a lawyer can be scary, but I don't know, your soothing voice just makes it a little bit easier.
Well, I just want to help. That's all. And I know how to do that.
I love the holidays. I always like to wish our listeners happy holidays. Would you like to do so as well?
Absolutely. Merry Christmas, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful new year.
And I hope you never need us, but just in case, save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. It's 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Hey, bro. Weirdest thing is happening at the game.
This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Do you own a small business? You need to hear this. A seismic shift is coming. It's time to get super sure. Not kind of sure, not pretty sure, but super sure. Coming soon.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan, powered by Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Utter nonsense.
This thing has gone totally off the rails.
Some Cajun seasoning.
Gree-gree?
And the occasional anatomy lesson.
Yeah, we're tight.
Okay.
We're like tired of mouse nuts.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Operator, won't you put me on through? I gotta send my love down to Baton Rouge.
All right, good morning, everybody. Happy Monday, happy Victory Monday. It's a Bronco Reaction Monday. Already getting a bunch of great stuff on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. Also on our YouTube channel. Subscribe and get involved there. Mark will be along at 7. He's stuck in Chicago.
What? How did he get to? He wasn't calling the Bears game.
No.
The Bears played the Packers.
He was in
certainly
Cleveland.
wasn't calling that game.
No, he would never get that game. He wouldn't get within 100 miles of that game.
They had him connected, huh?
He had Cleveland, and I will be very curious to get his impressions of Shador.
He played well. It looked like. I didn't
put
watch
up big
it.
numbers, yeah. Led a comeback that came up just short. Wasn't even allowed to be out on the field for a 2-point conversion.
Oh,
to try
my
to tie
gosh.
the game.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what they've been doing. If people watch them, they understand that they've been running the Wildcat a lot. So that was their 2-point play. I mean, obviously it was.
Dog.
I'm telling you, dog, it was a disaster, though.
Foolishness.
I mean, that play was an epic fail. I mean, holy. Could you imagine if Sean called something like that?
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, goodness.
He'll be coming up here at 7. By the way, I gave you a lot of grief on Friday.
What?
For
Why?
not being here, and saying that you got a full head, you got all full of yourself after facing your driving demons on Wednesday in the snow, and you decided to take a Roby day, but you actually had an excused absence. You want to tell people?
Oh, you really threw me under the bus like that, huh? Wow. So people just think
Well, I had to explain your absence.
Right.
And you don't like me to put your business out on the street.
I don't. So that's fine.
So I covered for you.
Okay. You took.
But in the process of covering for you, I buried you.
Right.
So where were you this weekend?
I went back to Baltimore.
Yeah.
I went back to Baltimore, 25th reunion of the Super Bowl, 2000 Super Bowl, which was really cool. I haven't been back there since.
It's been 84 years.
It really has. My last year in the league was 2013. I played in Baltimore, so obviously seeing the guys, seeing the coaches, a lot of fun. We had a blast, so that was awesome. So I was back there, and enjoyed it. Really did. So it was great. So doing that this past weekend, that's where I was. I took Friday off. Like I said, I mean the 10-year reunion, I was still playing. The 20-year. COVID. So, if you don't do these things, next thing you know, you look up and, they put up on the Jumbotron how many people have passed away, and it goes quick, man, but it's fun. It's cool. Like, if you want to, always have something to go back to, you got to do something special. And you can tie it into the Denver Broncos this year. All right, if you do something special, you'll always be remembered. And you'll always have something to go back to. You'll always be a champion. And so, fortunately for me, I was a part of a great team where, my second year in the NFL, we won a Super Bowl. So it's really cool to go back and to see the guys that, you did something special with. So that's where I was, Mikey.
Well, I'm glad you had a great time, and you're back. You were able to travel, but for some reason, Mark couldn't go from Cleveland to Chicago to Denver. So anyway.
How many stops do they put him on nowadays?
Well,
we're going to get you on Spirit from Cleveland to Chicago, and then you got a 6-hour layover.
Yeah.
And then we'll get you in eventually to Denver.
Something tells me Tom Brady and Greg Olsen aren't traveling that way.
No, they don't put Brady on the plane jumper.
Here you go, Mark. Here's a puddle jumper from Cleveland over to Chicago. On the RamosLaw.com text line, I disagree with you guys. Bo didn't take a step forward. He showed he can manage and be held back. Wasn't a good game. That's not going to be a recipe to win in the playoffs. Boy, I couldn't disagree more. Bo was 31 of 38 for 212 yards. No touchdowns, no picks. We know he and this offense can be explosive. We know he has that mindset to go down the field. But the thing that was holding back this offense, Stoke, from being consistent enough and not a boom or bust offense as we watch so often, was the idea that they were able to put together these long drives, and there was good rhythm to the offense. And Bo showed an ability to just surgically, Drew Brees-like, I'm going to go there. That was a Drew Brees-type performance, surgically taking apart the other team by making high-percentage throws, something we haven't seen from him. I can't understand why somebody would say that wasn't an impressive performance. It was like a step back when you see a guy out there doing so well, something that he hadn't really done yet in his career, something that we know that is very important for an elite quarterback to be able to do.
Yeah, that's what you want to see. I mean, that is a recipe to win in the playoffs right there. You know, take what the defense gives you. Be efficient. Stay on the football field. Sustain long drives. Don't shoot yourself in the foot. Don't have these bad penalties. Convert third downs. Let your defense rest. Run the ball efficiently. And they were able to do all those things. So score touchdowns. That is a recipe to win in the playoffs.
Yeah, and Bo, it's a term. It's a derogatory term. I hate it. Game manager. Okay, he was a game manager yesterday. I fully embrace the description that Bo Nix was a game manager yesterday. And you know what? I think it's awesome, and so does he.
Yeah, you're right. It's become a negative thing. I don't know why, because the best quarterbacks of all time manage the game at a high level. I think the biggest difference is when the time comes down to it, they just find ways to make either an explosive or make another play. So all the good ones, all the great ones that win, they manage the game at a high level. Now, some are just more flashy, and I think they don't have that context or that tag. But it really doesn't matter, because your job as a quarterback, execute the play that's called, get your team in the end zone. At the end of the day, have more points than the other team and find a way to win. And that's what we're managing to do. 10 wins is a long time. I don't think at any stage of football I've ever won 10 in a row. I take that back. My junior year I did. But I've come a long way. It's just a great number. I mean, it's hard to do, and guys have battled, and we've been through a lot of crap, and going to continue to get through all the rest of the season, and got a tough road ahead, but we're all ready to go and excited for it.
That first part of his comment, he's spot on. All the elite quarterbacks, Payton, Brady, Breeze, take whatever, all the great quarterbacks down through the years, they made boring cool.
Yes.
I mean, a Peyton Manning, if you decide to give Peyton Manning, here you go, Peyton, here's an easy 6-yard completion, he'll keep taking it
right
over and over and over and over again until you stop it.
And you just want to keep giving it to him.
You won't get bored with it.
No. And so if you're going to play a soft defense, soft zone, hey, take what's there. Stay on schedule. I think that's a big step forward for Bo Nix. We don't always have to be taking shots down the field. Be efficient. And that's how you win in the NFL. And so, no, I think it was a big step forward for that offense yesterday.
Let's see. Some more here on the RamosLaw.com text line. They played the Raiders. They should have won by 20 points.
Yeah, well, I mean, they could have won by 20. I mean, but you're just trying to win, survive, advance right there. You're on the road. And it wasn't a close. It wasn't like that was a 7-point game. I mean, that thing in the second half, it was never in doubt, which is nice to see that you could just put a team away. You can look at the score and say, "Oh man, that was a close one." But when you watch the game, I mean, there was never a doubt who was going to win that football game.
Never a doubt. Never a doubt.
So great job taking care of business. That's what they did.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, it was 20. What was it? It was
24-7.
Yeah, but at one point it was 24-14 before that cover the spread field goal at the end there. But they could have scored The Broncos could have scored again.
They got stopped on downs. They're just running the clock out.
Right, exactly.
Fine.
So, and if you think after watching this offense struggle for the last couple of years and be up and down and inconsistent, that they do what they did yesterday with Bo playing the type of game that we haven't seen him really play, for the offense putting together 3 long scoring drives, which we haven't seen. We haven't seen them be able to do that against lousy opponents. So the fact that they did it against a lousy opponent, I'm not going to check myself and say, oh, well, it doesn't really matter. Of course it matters. Of course it matters. All right. We'll get to some more stuff that happened over the weekend, including what's up with the Chiefs, looking ahead to the rest of the AFC and AFC West picture. Thoughts on the college football playoff? Did Notre Dame get screwed? All that and more coming up next.
The Broncos went into Las Vegas and took down the Raiders, reclaiming their spot as the top seed in the AFC. Is Sean Payton finding balance on offense at just the right time? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Embers Golf, your go-to spot for holiday shopping. Gear up, save big, and surprise that golf enthusiast in your life. It's the holidays. Nothing better than getting some new golf clubs, some new golf gear, and the best place to do that is Embers Golf. It's family-owned and customer-focused, so you know you're getting the best service and the best deals. Don't wait. You can shop now at embersgolf.com. It's located right in Westminster. What I love about it isn't your big box golf store. It's boutique-style, family-owned, and built for true golf enthusiasts. They're not just selling you golf clubs, they're crafting a full journey personalized to you. They got 2 private hitting bays, all the major brands, and they specialize in custom upgraded shafts that take your game to the next level. So, you get a full bag fitting just like I did. I got driver 3-wood, all my irons. I'm telling you, you'll feel the difference. Seriously, there's nothing else like it around here. So get yourself dialed in like I did. Go check them out at embersgolf.com. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Getting more as a MyLowe's Pro Rewards member is easier than ever with the Lowe's app. Download it today and earn 500 points the first time you log in. Plus, your digital wallet helps you scan, save, earn, and access what you need to manage it all in one place. Download the Lowe's app and take advantage of your Pro benefits today. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid 12/1/25 through 1/7/26. Offer valid for first login per organization only. Loyalty program subject to terms and conditions. Additional restrictions apply. Visit Lowe's.com/terms for more details. Subject to change.
This is the story of the one. As the purchasing manager at a manufacturing plant, she knows the only thing more important than having the right safety gear is having it there when you need it. That's why she partners with Grainger for auto reordering, so her team members can count on her to have cut-resistant gloves on hand, and each shift can run safely and efficiently. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people.
Shop in-store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Babe, your arms look amazing. Working out is paying off.
Thanks. I just wish my chest matched. No matter what I do, I'm frustrated with my man boobs.
Hey, don't beat yourself up. More than half of men have gynecomastia. It's gland tissue, not laziness. Same thing is happening to my friend Trisha's husband. He went to Dr. Cameron Dastery at Modern Surgical Arts of Denver.
For real? You get good results?
He got great results. Call him, honey.
Call today. They're offering complimentary consultations for the fan listeners. 303-470-3400 or at modernsurgicalarts.com.
Hey guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start the treatment, you're going to wish you'd done it sooner. All the guys I know go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars, and the testo is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Progressive knows not all rides are smooth. Meet Claire. She loves her motorcycle, and she's learned to love the insects she encounters on her rides. She may not know the difference between a gnat and a mosquito at 55 miles per hour, but she does know one thing. It's always gross when one flies into her mouth. But she's so used to it that it's weird when it doesn't happen. Not every ride is smooth, but Progressive has your back with comprehensive and collision coverage from America's #1 motorcycle insurer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in D.C.
Talk about stepping up! Bang! Bang! It's time to level up your game. Introducing the all-new ESPN app. All of ESPN, all in one place. Your home for the most live sports and the best championship moments. The electricity is palpable. Step up your game with no annual contract required. It's the ultimate fan experience. Level up for more on the ESPN app or at stream.espn.com. Sign up now.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota.
Here we go!
Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Self-appointed nicknames.
Obviously, I am the hockey guy at this station.
Grammar lessons.
High fives and flamma jamma.
And Oscar-worthy impressions.
My version was, get off my plane.
Okay.
Yours was, get off my plane.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, what a day, what a weekend. Great to have you with us here on this Monday. Mark will be along here coming up at 7. Stuck in Chicago, but nice and secure and warm and in a hotel room, and he'll be joining us from Chicago, fresh off calling Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns Tennessee Titans game that actually turns out to be a heck of a game.
Yeah.
That had a lot of people talking. So we'll get Mark's impressions there coming up at the top of the hour. What a day it was yesterday, by the way. How good is it to be a Denver sports fan right now? Yesterday, you had all 3 teams all win. Broncos, Nuggets, Avalanche. All winning on the road. The Nuggets, with their win, this might surprise a few people. Might surprise you, Stoke. I know you're not easily surprised, but this might surprise you. Because there's been some injuries and there's been some things going on with the Nuggets that maybe surprised you. Know they're off to the best start in franchise history. 17-6, best start in franchise history. Yep.
Would have never guessed that.
Nope.
Banged up a little bit, obviously. But no, never would have thought that 17-6 would be their best start in franchise history. Great job. Great job. Yeah, how about that? All 3 teams win. Great job, Broncos, taking care of business. You know, sweeping the Raiders. They're a bad football team. But you needed to win that. That football game was a big one. under the radar, sneaky, huge game, and you took care of business and you dominated that football game. So, having that tiebreaker over New England, now we're Kansas City lost. I mean, they're 10th in the AFC right now. Done. I mean, they're toast.
Done.
Best they can finish is 10-7. And that's they're not going to be able to get in. I mean, they're losing the tiebreakers. We got the Chargers tonight, right, playing the Eagles.
Let's go, Eagles.
Fly, Eagles, fly. But the Broncos have put themselves in such a great position with 4 games left to go in the season.
Now, it's going to be a challenging finish, no doubt about it. Green Bay is legit. Jacksonville is suddenly legit.
I'm more concerned about Jacksonville, actually, for whatever reason, than I am Green Bay.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about Green Bay and Jordan Love. I expected more from them this year. They just have been so hot and cold. Now, their defense, you buckle up. They got a good defense. But for some reason, I look at Jacksonville, and I'm more concerned about that game than I am Green Bay.
Okay. So that's what's coming up. By the way, quick mention of what the Avalanche did over the weekend with an overtime win against the Rangers and then beating Philadelphia. So good back-to-back wins there for the Avs, who we talked about the idea that, the Nuggets, it could be a 2-team race in not only the West, but in the entire NBA with them and Oklahoma City, shaping up the same thing with the Avalanche and Dallas. Both teams, not surprisingly, running away with it in the West, Avs with 48 points, Dallas with 45. That's going to be the race to watch all season long. College football playoff.
Okay.
What do you need to know?
Why do we have – okay. Why does James Madison and Tulane have to get in?
Why?
Yeah, why are those 2 teams in?
Because isn't that part of the rules that the group of we got the Power 4 schools and somebody else gets a couple other teams get a chance to get in?
Why? I mean, why do we have to have 2?
Them's the rules.
That's what I'm asking, though. It's ridiculous. I mean, do we really need to see James Madison and Tulane?
No.
We don't.
But
would it be better if we saw Notre Dame?
Sure.
Right?
But for all the Notre Dame criers out there, and it's so funny to watch high and mighty Notre Dame be brought down to their knees, so much so that they pouted and said, "We're not going to accept a bowl bid. We're just going to we're just going to close up shop because we're Notre Dame. We're not going to play in some meaningless bowl game." First of all, these were the rules. You knew it going in that there were going to be teams that got in that maybe weren't necessarily one of the top 12 teams in all of college football, but it's no different than if you are on the bubble and you end up missing out on the NCAA basketball tournament and you're wondering, why does Northeastern University get an automatic bid out of the Patriot League? It happens. I mean, those are the rules. Secondly, Notre Dame, get in a conference. Okay? The days of you being mighty Notre Dame and you could just play an independent schedule and everybody bows down to you, Alabama deserves to be ahead of Notre Dame. Alabama plays in a real, live, legit conference, and they have to play in a conference championship game, something Notre Dame doesn't have to do. And second, and the last thing, beat Miami. You lost to Miami head-to-head. So for anybody saying, why is Miami in there ahead of Notre Dame? Well, there you go. You play these early season games, they have consequences. You lose the game, it comes back to beat you. So I don't want to hear about the crying from Notre Dame.
No, no, you're right. They need to get in a conference. So you need to play a tougher schedule. I agree with you there. Again, I think these rules are terrible. You can't compare it to the basketball deal, Mike, March Madness, the bracket, because, you only have, 12 teams here. And that thing you got, how many? A ton.
Right.
So, it's a lot
then change
different.
The rules, because these are the rules.
I understand that.
Okay, then.
I'm telling you, the rules are stupid.
Okay.
I don't need
change the rules.
They only need to just put one of those schools in. And I come from a small school. Yeah, you don't need James Madison and Tulane in. I'd much prefer to see Notre Dame. Even though you're right, Notre Dame needs to do things differently now. Hey, guess what? Sorry, Notre Dame. Boo-hoo-hoo. Play a tougher schedule. Get in a conference like everyone else is. So
Yeah,
whatever.
After a schedule in which they played Purdue, Arkansas, Boise State, NC State, Boston College, Navy, Pittsburgh, Syracuse, and Stanford, I don't want to hear any crying from Notre Dame fans.
Right. No, I'm with you.
You didn't
on
get
that.
robbed. You didn't get robbed.
I
And
just
you
think
lost to Miami.
they need to clean it up a little bit, and it'll be different when you get to 16 teams, which they're getting to here pretty soon.
Oh, trust me. This whatever momentum was in place will get sped up now that Notre Dame's been snubbed.
Right.
So that'll only add to it. Mark joins us from, where is he? Chicago?
Yeah.
Where is the Greyhound? Where is the Greyhound bus taking him? Is he traveling back by bus? We'll find out next.
The Broncos won their 10th game in a row and secured a key tiebreaker over New England. With a month remaining in the season, will the road to Super Bowl 60 run through the Mile High City? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, if you have the IRS on your back and these aren't the best of times financially for you, you may be surprised to know that this is actually the best time to work out your resolution with the IRS. Thanks to my friends with Advanced Tax Solutions, they pass that information along, and they are the people to work with if you're dealing with the IRS. Over 50 years of experience as a professional IRS tax resolution and tax debt relief company. They are local, and they believe in working right alongside their clients. Todd Whalen leads the way with over 30 years experience, passionately fighting for folks in their oftentimes complex battles with the IRS. So whether it's tax levies, tax debt, back taxes, payroll questions, Advanced Tax Solutions knows that no two tax problems are the same, and therefore no one-size-fits-all solution. If money is tight and the IRS is on your case, understand this. They want to make a deal. They want a resolution. Let Advanced Tax Solutions take control and navigate you through this. They have saved clients thousands and thousands of dollars and untold amounts of stress. So call Advanced Tax Solutions today, 303-753-6040.
Hi, I'm Emily, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company, where a small box with a burgundy bow will help you win the holidays. As an in-house designer, I love creating meaningful, fine jewelry gifts. Choose a necklace with a gorgeous infinity charm to symbolize your everlasting love. Or go for a personalized piece with an engraving, their zodiac sign, favorite color gemstone, or their initial accented with pave diamonds. Because a friend wants you to be a holiday hero. Stop by or shop now at shaneco.com. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
What is happening, fellas? The holiday season is here, full of hustle, bustle, and packed with activity. But when your energy is drained, you're not sleeping well, and your sex drive is nowhere to be found, then maybe it's tough to feel festive, right? This could be signs of low testosterone. If that's what's going on, this is your season to take action and get treated. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, Jeff and his team, they're the absolute best. They can get you taken care of. Fellas, did you know early in your mid-30s, you start losing 2 to 3% of your testosterone production every year, and it happens gradually. And before you know it, you just don't feel like the same person you did in your 20s or 30s. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic can get you taken care of. Get that energy back, start sleeping better, workouts much better, having more energy, feeling great. Life's too short to procrastinate and not take your health seriously. Most men wait a year or longer to get treated. There's no need to wait. Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic has served the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900 at 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
This is Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Hall of Famer. I learned early in my career that winning takes teamwork. And in banking, that means choosing a partner that has your back. That's why I trust Colorado Credit Union, a local financial institution that has spent more than 50 years investing in our community and helping families build a strong financial future. To learn more, visit ccu.org or stop by any branch. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Federally insured by NCUA. Membership eligibility required. Equal housing opportunity.
You know that feeling when you catch a glimpse in the mirror and think, hey, I look 10 years younger. That's what happens when you stop dieting and start doing Soda weight loss.
I tried point counting, calorie counting, shots, and nothing has worked until Soda weight loss.
Soda weight loss gives you a personal nutritionist you can text anytime.
Everybody's great here. Everybody's encouraging. There were some times where I felt down and they brought me back up. If you
you stick with this program, you will lose weight and you will get to your goal weight.
When you sign up for Soda Weight Loss, your partner joins for free.
If you're ready to feel stronger, healthier, and yes, look and feel 10 years younger, this is your moment. No meds, no gimmicks, just real results with real support.
Remember, sign up now and your partner joins for free. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com.
Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. Plus, Orchard handles all home repairs for you, attracting buyers. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Visit orchard.com for your free home valuation. That's orchard.com.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Texting enrolls you into recurring automated text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Man, I love seeing the old gang at these reunions.
Did you see Brian? He's in better shape than he was 25 years ago. How is that even possible?
Yep, I ran into him a few weeks ago and had to ask. He told me he started taking Nugenix Total T2.
The testosterone booster?
Yeah, but it's way more than that now. It also skyrockets your nitric oxide in as little as 3 hours. I started taking it right away and I'm already seeing results.
I was wondering what you were doing. You seriously crushed me in that pickup game last week.
Yep, after 40, energy, strength, drive, it all starts going downhill. But with T2, I feel like my old self again. Stronger, leaner, and my energy is way up. My wife even noticed a difference. They're giving out complimentary bottles right now. Just send them a text.
Text CAR to 321-321 for your complimentary bottle of new Nugenix Total T2. Text now and you'll also get a free bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our most powerful fat incinerator. That's CAR to 321-321.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. Product not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Macy's Backstage is a whole department inside your Macy's store where you can find so many holiday essentials all for under $25. Don't wait. Find a location at macy'sbackstage.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. You're listening to Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Nix, he's going to run it this time at the 5. Nix is in! Touchdown! And what an opening drive for the Broncos! A.J. Cole punting to Mims. It's a short punt. Mims a running start at the 48. Able to break free. Marvin Mims calling out blockers inside the 20. Touchdown! How about it? Somehow Mims was able to stay up. A Houdini act. And the Broncos take the lead. Harvey up the middle. Harvey takes it in. Touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add to their lead.
Oh, what a performance by the Broncos. Efficient, clean. You know that the Broncos have gone to another level where we can sit back after a win and go, that was kind of a boring win. Just kind of took care of business. No flash, no dash. They just went out and took care of business and beat a bad football team and march on to their 10th straight win. They clinch the all-important tiebreaker if they do end up in a tie with New England atop the AFC. They're both 11-2 right now. So all in all, it's a great day. We're here to celebrate it with you. RamosLaw.com, text line 303-713-1043. Also on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. Subscribe, get involved there. Let's see. We had we had Brandon Stokley in Baltimore this weekend for a big Super Bowl reunion. Good to have you back.
Thank you.
We had Mark calling the game in Cleveland between the Browns and Titans. Let's see. One guy was able to travel back home safely. The other is stuck somewhere in America. Where are you?
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
Where are you, Mark? Where in the world is Mark Schlereth?
I am in the Hilton at the Chicago O'Hare Airport, and that was an adventure. You would think I could have driven. Last night I could have driven from Cleveland to Chicago faster than I flew there. Spent a lot of time in the Cleveland airport last night. A lot of time. Very friendly folks. Very friendly folks. Anyhow, I got into Chicago late last night, and I missed my connection. So anyhow, here I am stuck. But I'm gonna get home this afternoon at some point. At least that's what they tell me. So it is all good. I got up this morning. Hey, man, I was so busy on the phone trying to find my way home last night that I had to get up this morning and watch the Broncos game. It was very pleasant. It was a very pleasant watch this morning. Well, I've got to tell you that.
We'll hear more about both of your weekends as we move along throughout the course of the hour. But, yeah, guys, give me we'll start with you, Stink. Give me some of your initial impressions of the Broncos win.
How about an opening drive touchdown? I think it was 15 plays or so. How about that how about that drive? Was it in the late in the game that was 18 plays that you'd love to cap that with a touchdown, but ended up in a Will Lutz field goal. Like controlling the momentum of the game. I thought R.J. Harvey looked the best running the football that he's looked all season long. So that was good. Some broken tackles. And how about Stokes guy finally getting some reps? Little Jordan Humphrey. And did either of you guys have Prentice as your running back? Did either of you guys pick Prentice?
I know.
No,
right?
We didn't.
I mean, in your fantasy draft, one of you should have taken Prentice.
Might have to factor him in here as we move along.
He may be the new Joker. He may be the new Joker. Nobody knows.
Mike
knows.
Take him with his first pick this week. So the Joker. Don't tell Mike Joker. I
love that Joker.
He loves the Joker.
Yes, he does. But like you said, Mike, just kind of boring, right? Although you want to talk about bad beats and bad beats. You'd have been 3-0, Michael. You would have been 3-0 on your picks on our podcast this week. But that field goal at the end, what the hell was that all
I'm calling
about?
for an investigation.
Yeah, you should call for an investigation. I have no idea.
That was just really weird why they called a delay a game. I mean, I know why they called it. You can't, but it wasn't like the ball went all over the place. It's a 2-score game, and then so to throw the flag there was odd. And then on top of it, for Pete to kick a field goal with 4 seconds left, normally, I mean, you're not going to have any time left to do anything. Right. Throw the Hail Mary, take a knee, whatever. Game's over, but you're kicking a field goal. And my other thought here about the game was, last time the Broncos played them, we got our guy Tom McMahon fired, right? The special teams squad. I wonder, is Pete going to fire the interim? How many coaches have been fired from one position? What's the record on that, Mark? And so we might get both of their special teams coordinators fired after the Broncos game. Mims with that great punt return, obviously that was a big boost there. So you never know. Raiders might be firing their interim special teams coach today.
So they get the win, and they go to 11-2. And for me, guys, the biggest thing was an offense that has been inconsistent, an offense that has blown hot and cold. Even when the offense would produce, they were reliant on some big plays. And we hadn't yet seen them master the boring, just be very, very efficient. And when you look at 3 drives, there weren't a lot of drives in this game, but 3 drives in which they absolutely put together balanced, good rhythm, efficient. They avoided the costly penalties. All the things that you football guys say, they stayed ahead of the chains and all that kind of stuff. And when you look up and you see 3 scoring drives when it was all said and done, starting with that first one, which, by the way, first time they'd scored an opening drive touchdown in 11 games. But the fact that they put together drives of 14 plays, 81 yards, 8 minutes and 54 seconds for a touchdown. then 14 plays, 91 yards, 9 minutes and 13 seconds for a touchdown, and then 19 plays, 90 yards, 10 minutes and 17 seconds off the clock, and they get a field goal that at that point put them up 24-7. Why was this a noteworthy game for me? Because they did something offensively they have not done in the Sean Payton, Bo Nix era. That kind of efficiency.
Yeah, Mike, I would ask you this, though. How much of that do you give them credit? Do you take a little bit away because it's the Raiders?
Well, the reason
I
know what you're saying, but the Broncos have played plenty of bad teams over the last couple of years and haven't been able to put together an offensive performance like that. So I'm not going to diminish what they did just because of the opponent.
All right, but I mean, it's fair enough. I mean, obviously they're not very good, but you got to take care of your business against not very good teams. And I, for one, I always talk about how good the boring is, right? That is the stuff that you need to be. If you want to be a great football team, you've got to be able to grind out drives because that's the way a lot of teams are going to play you. A lot of teams are going to play you, make you throw it underneath, see if you can complete plays, see if you can run the ball, see if you can stay on schedule, see if you can do those things. And they were able to do those things. So that for me is a big-time performance.
Well, let's get into that up next. How did Bo Nix master the boring? That's next.
The Broncos offense came out swinging. Thanks to a strong performance by R.J. Harvey. Is the rookie runner proving he can be trusted to take control of Denver's backfield? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Cutarelli Vision. Now, I wore glasses all growing up, guys, from the time I was a little kid. Then when I got into my 30s, I had LASIK vision correction. That was awesome. Well, I decided to go see Dr. Cutarelli right now for refractive lens exchange, and I can tell you guys, game changer. It was for me. It could be for you as well. You can learn more about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. Hey, there's a free webinar going on right now. Cutarelli Vision has all the answers for you. Meet Dr. Cutarelli. I'm telling you what, you're going to be glad you did because it is, as I mentioned, a game changer, guys. You can find out if you're a candidate. You can find out exactly what RLE is, how long the procedure takes, what's the recovery time, is it covered by insurance. I'm telling you, Cutarelli is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures, guys. So check them out. That's December 10th. At noon, guys. Cutarelli Vision. Check them out online at ColoradoRLE.com. Dude, I'm watching film without glasses, reading without glasses, doing my work. Hey, Cutarelli Vision, RLE. No readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts. Check them out. ColoradoRLE.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
A new exclusive offer with an eligible Bank of America Visa credit card is your opportunity to go from cardholder to ticket holder for the FIFA World Cup 2026. For a limited time, when you're approved for a new customized cash rewards or unlimited cash rewards Visa credit card, you're eligible for a chance to purchase FIFA World Cup 2026 tickets. Learn more today at bfa.com/cardfwc26. What would you like the power to do? Bank of America, proud to be the official bank of FIFA World Cup 2026. Bank of America N.A. in partnership with Visa. Terms apply. All rights reserved.
Winter is officially here, Denver, and Hermes Worldwide is your ride to all action. Whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading downtown to catch an Avs or Nuggets game, make sure you get there on time and in style. This holiday season, let Hermes Worldwide handle your Christmas light tours, festive nights out, and stress-free airport transfers. Skip the traffic, snow, and parking hassles. Ride in warm, comfortable luxury with a professional driver who gets you there safely. Book now at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports.
Empower
Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Whether you're building a single roof or a successful roofing business, roofing contractors like you need the right tools for the job, and software is no exception. Service Titan is on a mission to be the most powerful software platform for the trades, with purpose-built technology proven to maximize revenue, streamline operations, and deliver 5-star customer experiences. We are taking roofing companies like yours to the next level and beyond. Service Titan, we are built for this. See what we can do for roofers at servicetitan.com.
Hey, Stoke here for my friends at Trajan Wealth. I thought I had my retirement plan in good shape until Trajan Wealth took a second look. And wow, they found some major opportunities I was missing. Their fiduciary advisors don't push products. They prioritize your goals. They help me build a smarter, more personalized strategy. I'm a client now, and I trust them with my future. If you want peace of mind and a clearer path forward, call my friends at Trajan Wealth today. You'll be glad you did. 720-204-8100. Take the first step towards financial confidence. 720-204-8100, or you can find them online at TrajanWealth.com. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. They have offices located in Broomfield, Greenwood Village, and Loveland. Call 720-204-8100. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health. With the right equipment, you can train like a pro. That's why I made the smart move to invest in fitness equipment with Fitness Gallery. It's a game changer. I have a true treadmill at home. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
For the fitness fanatic on your Christmas list, save big this holiday season. At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's powered by Hellsberg. Shop and store are at hellsberg.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
Bold takes.
I would put my fajitas up against any Mexican restaurant.
Active listening.
You weren't listening to a word I just said.
Plus, a little number crunching.
What's 12 minus 1? I mean, 12 minus 11.
1.
This is why math confuses me.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
It's amazing. 10's a long streak, and we've won 11 games. That's really tough to do at this point of the season, and I mean, 11-2 is not many things that you want to be negative about, because you want to be appreciative of this opportunity and be appreciative of the wins, no matter how they come. But at the same time, we're always looking to get better. We know that we're not just going to continue to win games because we've won them in the past. We got to continue to get better. It's just a streak like that. It's hard to do. I say it all the time. Even though we're now better than we were last year, we didn't want to stop at 11.
Bo Nix coming off a performance yesterday, 31 of 38 for 212 yards, only 212 yards on those 31 completions, but he definitely surgically picked apart that Raider defense, the classic take what the defense gives you. It was the third highest completion percentage in a game in his career. I don't count the Kansas City game at the end of last year because that was against all the backups. So in reality, it was only the Atlanta game last year where he had a higher completion percentage than the 81.6 percentage that he had yesterday. Stoke is the fact that Bo Nix was a classic game manager and a dinker and a dunker yesterday. Is that a good thing, or
Yes.
is that not a good thing?
No, it's a great thing. I mean, you got to take what a defense gives you. I want to see this team offensively be efficient, all right, and be able to sustain long drives and wear a defense out. Let your defense rest. So I mean, you have to convert third downs, and you have to take what's there sometimes. And so I like the fact that he was able to be patient, take what's there, let's finish these drives off with touchdowns, and they were able to do that and not, have the big negative plays that can just kill those types of drives where you have a holding call or false start or a turnover. You didn't have a lot of those, and so you're able to sustain your drives, stay on the football field, and then you finish those drives off with touchdowns. So great job. I love the fact that they were able to do that. I mean, this is how you win in the playoffs, right? By not shooting yourself in the foot. And I didn't even know you were still here, Mark. My bad, buddy. I thought you might have
got back on the bus.
Greyhound. Yeah, I thought you might be on the bus headed this way. Sorry, bud.
No. I'm headed to Greyhound Station in the next hour.
Okay.
Yeah, I found a nice bus. It'll get me there sometime tomorrow. It drops me off at 4:30 a.m. I'll just come straight to the studio. So
at least you're taking a bus and not a U-Haul truck with a polka band in the back. So you got that working for you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm all over this with Stoke. And the other thing is, man, third down conversion, 7 of 12 on third down. A lot of third down and shorts, third down and 3- that they were able to convert on. And so, yeah, I love it. I mean, of course, you would love to have some big plays in there, right? Some big explosives in there. But I'm telling you, and Stoke's 100% right. Like, when you are able to grind out drives like that, there is nothing more frustrating for a defense when they can't get you off the field and you just continue to churn 4- and 5-yard chunks and you continue to get first downs. That is big time. 27 first downs in that game. That's a huge performance. I love it, man. I love the efficiency and I love the conversions on third down. It's a big time performance by the Denver Broncos offense.
Well, it's funny because something's happened in these last 3 weeks ever since that game against Vegas. They had the mini bye, and certainly these last 3 weeks, Bo Nix has passed the eye test.
I feel great. I feel like you mentioned the last 3 games. I feel like I've seen the field very well the last 3 games, just understood where outlets are, understood where the ball needs to go. Obviously, you can always say you missed this one and missed this one, but if you're moving forward, if you're finding completions, against a team like that, I don't know if they've given up over 300 yards passing this year just with their defensive style, and they're going to stay deep, make you throw underneath, and it's all about patience and continuing to do that and find short completions of 5, 10, 15 yards and those sustained drives, move the chains, and that's what we've been willing to do the past several weeks. And the explosives, they'll come, and we got to continue to find ways to push the ball down the field, but defense is trying to keep you from doing that too. So it's a happy balance.
It's funny how stats can lie. In these last 3 games, Bo Nix has thrown 1 touchdown pass. 1 touchdown pass and 1 interception in the last 3 games, and yet the eye test tells me this is some of the most consistent, good quarterbacking I've seen from him in his 2 years here.
Yeah. No, I think you're spot on. So that's why sometimes you look at stats and it doesn't tell the whole story. But, to Bo's point there, I mean, if you're playing conservative, soft zone defenses, you want to take what's there. Stay on schedule, and that's what they're able to do. But so I love the fact that you can, win this type of football game where you just can stay patient and be efficient. So, yeah, great job. I mean, 10 in a row. It's pretty impressive what they've been able to do here. You're in the first place in the AFC West. I mean, you got the Chargers playing the Eagles tonight. I mean, if they lose that game, it's probably a wrap. Right? Probably. What would y'all think? It's probably a wrap, or is that too soon to?
Yeah, maybe.
You know what is a wrap? The Chiefs are done.
Chiefs are
done, boy.
Wait, whoa! I was going to ask you guys because planes, trains, and automobiles. How did the Chiefs do last night? I didn't get to see the Chiefs. How did Mahomes look? I bet you. Does he look like the Mount Mahomes, the best quarterback in football? What happened?
So in this performance, if you want to call it that, talk about stats, he had a career low completion percentage. First time ever in his career that he had no touchdown passes and 3 interceptions. And the 10 points scored was the lowest output ever for Mahomes at home.
Wow.
So in a game in which they absolutely had to have it to save their season, Mahomes had arguably the worst game of his career. And I'm loving this because I'm out of the corner of my eye. They're talking about it on ESPN, and they're basically saying, and I completely endorse it, the dynasty is dead. The dynasty is over. It died last night. It's over.
Well, I mean, it's over for this year.
I think they're staring at a little bit of a retool now.
Yeah?
You think they can continue to just run this thing back?
Well, all I know is I'm celebrating what I'm watching this year.
You're right.
Let's
not worry about next year.
Yeah, 2 years.
Let's just enjoy the fact that
they're not going to make the playoffs.
By the way.
Oh.
Now I know what 6-7 means.
Oh, gosh.
Because that's what the Chiefs are.
Oh,
6-7.
Oh, gosh.
What do you think that Travis Kelce?
That was terrible.
That was terrible. Do you think Travis Kelce? Do you think Travis Kelce finishes the season? Do you think he finishes the season, or do you think he becomes a backup dancer for Tay-Tay?
She's not on tour right now, so he's gonna have to suffer through the rest of the season.
Have to suck it up. Oh, that's too bad.
One more on the way Bo's played the last few weeks. Sean Payton, what do you see?
I think, look, with a quarterback in his second year, it's each week, growth. There's certain things that might happen where the next time it's corrected. There's certain things each week that takes place. His job is to lead his team to the end zone and to win. He's something. He's tough to sack, and his off-schedule accuracy is really good. So yeah, I think it comes with playing.
It's coming. It's coming, guys.
Yeah, no, he's looked great here,
coming
especially
along. Nicely.
Yeah, this last month or so, he has looked different, calmer, his feet calmer. Just the poise,
pocket presence.
Yeah. So he really has. He's gotten better and better. He has improved. And it was after that one game where Aikman was talking about it, and all of a sudden you look up and he looks like a different type of quarterback. So that's what you want to see. Young guys, you want to see them develop. You want to see them improve and get better, and especially at the quarterback position, and that's what Bo has done.
All right, we're going to continue to get your reaction here as we move along, and also want to let you know, teaming up with our friends at the Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. This is a great, great thing, and thank you to all who have already donated, and we welcome you to become a part of it if you haven't yet. Through December 20th, we're taking donations of gently used or new sports equipment. Now, we'll take whatever you got, but the most needed items include hockey and ice skates, as well as hockey sticks, football helmets and pads, baseball bats, and lacrosse sticks. For drop-off locations and a full list of needed items, head to DenverSports.com/equipment. Coming up next, we'll have 4 Down Territory, Mark's impressions of a weekend spent with Shedeur Sanders. That's next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of new or gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to DenverSports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
Just had a busy weekend at home, getting up all those final Christmas decorations, cleaning up rooms, getting ready for daughter to come back, son to come back, mom to come in and visit. Need a lot of energy. A couple years ago, I didn't have that energy. Visited my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, got my T levels checked. They were a little on the low end. Started low T treatment that day, and today here we are feeling great. Low energy, just one symptom of low T. Putting on weight, less productive workouts, brain fog, feeling sad or depressed, loss of sex drive. Go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Take the low T quiz. It's a simple 10-question quiz. Yes or no. Takes just 2 minutes, but could go a long way towards giving you an idea if low T is holding you back. If that could be happening, schedule a consult. Don't wait. You need that energy. You can get that energy right away in time for the holidays. It's just $99. Start low T treatment that day. Your office visit is free. 5 locations around Denver to better serve you, including Fort Collins, Colorado Springs, and a new and improved office in Castle Rock. Call 720-440-7900 and at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon. Hello? You won't believe where I am. Are you running? Mile 26. I'm going to make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing. Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
What is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Roller Auction, leader in Colorado auctions for over 40 years. And I'm telling you, this is a great week of auctions that will be ending. Got 6 of them that will be ending this week. All you got to do is go to rollerauction.com to get logged in, to get signed up. It's free. It's easy. It's open to the public. You're going to get great deals on great, cool, unique items that you're not going to find anywhere else. Got one ending today, ending at 2 o'clock this afternoon. It's got all kind of cargo vans. It's got a shuttle, 14-passenger shuttle bus, pickup trucks, flatbed trucks, 2017 Nissan Frontier. The snow is here, and they got a ton of trucks in this auction. Like I said, you got time. It will be ending at 2 o'clock this afternoon and then tomorrow with over 1,300 items in it. Got a contractor's vehicle, tools, and equipment auction that will be in at 8:30 in the morning tomorrow. Go check it out. Really great auction there. This is what I love about Roller Auctions. They're always updating and adding new auctions every single week. Go see it all and get yourself one of those great deals at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical injury firm. Our lawyers have won at the U.S. Supreme Court, gone head-to-head with giants like Uber and Amazon, and recovered billions for clients. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. PostmanLaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live. Love where you bank.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an oh really right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
We'll get to 4-down territory here in a little bit. Mark's impressions after calling Shedeur Sanders yesterday in that game against between Cleveland and Tennessee. We'll get to all that. But guys, after watching R.J. Harvey run yesterday, gone was that hesitancy. Gone was him just looking to bounce it outside. He was running between the tackles. He was running hard. And how about that play when it was still a game where it looked like their drive was going to come short after a throw short of the sticks, in which he broke a tackle, kept his balance, got the first down, kept the drive going. He ended up finishing with 17 carries for 75 yards and a touchdown. He had 6 more catches for 25 yards. So 23 touches, 100 yards from scrimmage. Stoke, whatever concerns you had about R.J. Harvey, whatever concerns you had about replacing J.K. Dobbins, how much, if at all, were they eased by that performance yesterday?
A lot. And that play you're talking about, that was the first drive of the game on that 3rd down where, I mean, he gets smacked and stays upright and finds a way to get that first down on 3rd down. Obviously, that leads to a touchdown. I mean, that was big early in that football game. So, no, I've loved what I've seen from him. He was great. And so he's done it in the passing game, but now seeing him do it in the running game, you were hoping that we would see somebody where it looked like the game was slowing down a little bit for him. Young football player, a lot going on. He's had some success in the passing game, but this team, if they're going to try to do something special this year, they're going to need him to pick it up when it comes to the running game, and he did it in a big way yesterday. So that was great to see.
It was the touchdown run, just the touchdown run alone. And I know it's only, a 3-yard run, but it looked like a wide open hole on the backside, and color flashed, and he put his nose right in the back of his offensive lineman in just a mosh pit and just said, all right, let's just mosh pit this thing in. And that cut was as good as any cut that I've seen him make. Most of the time, you're trying to cut to the daylight, and that was an understanding of what's going on offensively. You cut back there, and you've got a one-on-one tackle you're going to have to break with a linebacker. Instead, he put his nose right in the back of his offensive line and said, "Hey, man, I'm going to run into this kind of mosh pit." It reminded me of the movie. I don't know. It was one of those race car movies with Tom Cruise, where it's just like go right into it. Like, hey, don't avoid it. Just go right into the wreck. Drive right through it. Whatever it was, I can't remember the exact line, but that's exactly what he did. And I just
go right through the wreck. Just go into the wreck.
Well, first of all,
what movie are you talking about?
Whoa! I'm giving Mark. Let's put some
You
respect.
talking about Cars?
We're talking not talking about Cars. We're not talking about Mater or anything like
that.
That
is a good one. As my grandkids used to say, lightning the queen.
Okay.
We're talking about lightning the queen.
We're talking about that bit of cinematography greatness that was Days of Thunder.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, Mike, that's the one.
Cole Trickle.
Okay. Well, it would have been nice if Mark knew anything about that movie other than like just drive into it.
Well, it was the whole premise was, he had gotten in the big wreck earlier, and now he was trying to get back. He didn't have his nerve, and Robert Duvall was his crew chief saying, "There's a wreck up ahead, Cole. You can just drive through it. I know you can. Just trust it." And he was coming up on the wreck, and he was a little sensitive. He didn't know. Then he just said, "Screw it," and he just gunned it.
Yes.
And he fired through, and then he had a big smile on his face. And he's like, "I made it, Harry. I'm good."
You did that so much better than Mark. I mean, that's Mark. That's what you were supposed to do, Mark. That was great.
That's what I was trying to do, but I couldn't remember Duvall. I couldn't remember
the
what
movie.
Tom's name was. Yeah, I couldn't remember the name of the movie, but I remembered the premise, and I knew Mike could fill the lines in. You know what that's called?
That's called teamwork.
That's called teamwork.
That's right,
That's
baby.
called trusting your team.
Right.
That's called trusting the way the play was drawn up. It was drawn up that way. I was like a young R.J. Harvey. Mike was my mentor, Sean Payton, and he got me right through it.
Oh,
just enjoy it.
Okay, I know.
Enjoy
Yeah.
Hey, Stokely.
Just
say
thanks to Mike. Stop trying to.
Hey,
what?
Stokely, that's how radio's done. You're welcome.
Goodness gracious!
I know we're
but
deep in the
RJ
conversation.
Harvey, trust your offensive line.
Yep.
But to your point, I mean, I'm hoping that we continue to see this. I mean, it might be one of those things where now when you're looking at a guy that's, it's hard when you're a young football player and you're getting 4 carries a game, 5 carries a game. You're always looking to get that home run. So the fact once you start getting that 17, 18 carries a game, you can trust things. And, you get those 3 or 4 yard carries, and then next thing you know, you don't have to be impatient.
Well, one thing that I've brought this point up a lot, that anytime Sean Payton is bringing players in here, you've got to go back to his New Orleans days and wonder, does he see a comp here, right? When he drafts a Bo Nix, does he see the potential of a Drew Brees? When he drafts a Pat Bryant, for example, does he see the potential of a Michael Thomas type receiver?
I like Pat.
When you draft a running back like R.J. Harvey, does he see the potential of some Alvin Kamara?
We drafted the runner, and I mean, like what we saw from him as a runner, and then we saw enough his senior year as a receiver that we felt, but it was like the opposite with Kamara. When we drafted Kamara, we drafted the receiving threat, and then it was like, wow. We saw something different when we handed it to him as well. And with RJ, we drafted the runner first. And when you see him, you guys have spent time with him. He's quiet, but he's put together. He's short, but he's put together well. And so he's grown up quick, because of the injury to JK.
I'm tired of the comparisons.
Oh, I love them.
I know you do.
I do.
You just eat it up like you did the Joker role. You're like, oh, Sean compared Bo to Drew Brees. He compared, this guy to Michael Thomas. Why? Just let's stop.
Yeah,
let's stop. I mean, how unfair is that? I don't. You're going to compare Pat Bryant to Michael Thomas? We're going to compare R.J. Harvey to Alvin Kamara?
Okay.
I mean, Come on, leave it. I don't care about New Orleans. I don't care about the Saints. I don't want any more comparisons, Mike. I'm done with
it. But when you think
just
about,
eat that
I
up.
do eat
You
it up,
love
and
it.
let me tell you why. Don't get settle down.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, maybe you.
Wow.
I think you had such a great.
He's like Cole Trickle. You know what? He doesn't trust. He doesn't. He's not trusting right now, Mike. You got to work. You got to work him through the wreck. Go ahead.
Maybe
Mike.
you're a little bit
Explode
emotional. You're a little amped up after finally making peace with Brian Billick over the weekend. I don't know, but here's the thing: is that
I don't know if I don't know. He might not like
I don't
me
know
now.
that story.
Oh yeah, well I had to tell
Explain
him.
yourself.
We'll get to that. We'll
Okay,
get to that. Hold that thought.
All
Hold
right.
that thought.
I called him out a little bit.
Hold that thought. We'll get to it. But my point is that it's this is one of the benefits of bringing in a guy like Sean Payton who has this kind of history, because when you have the kind of success that you had in New Orleans, you take what can be a very hard to figure out thing like evaluating talent, and trust, we see it all the time. Far more teams struggle with evaluating talent than figure it out. That if you've had that kind of success, you know the traits, the characteristics of a player that worked for you once. And so once you start looking at players, those traits become more evident, more clearly for somebody like a Sean Payton than somebody who's doing this for the first time. So if you know what worked for you with a Drew Brees, then yeah, if a quarterback like a Bo Nix comes along that shows some of those traits, you're drawn to it. If you had that success with an Alvin Kamara, you see some of those traits that you think you might see in a guy like R.J. Harvey. It's not that you're saying, I expect this guy to be as good as Drew Brees was or as good as Alvin Kamara is. It just helps you cut through some of the clutter that too often gets in the way of evaluating players.
Nah, I don't like it.
No?
I don't like it. No, I'm sorry. I don't like it. Sorry. I don't like it.
I like it a lot.
I mean, he's not really comparing Harvey to Kamara. I mean, he said they drafted Kamara to be more of a – they knew what he could do in the passing game. With Harvey, they drafted him because they knew what he could do in the running game. So he's not even really comparing the two. You're just making that stuff up, trying to shoehorn and fit it in here.
Nope.
So
I like it.
That's what he said.
I like it. He's got his new Camara. And by the way, I know you like giving me grief. I know you like giving
Mark, I need you back in the
Mark,
studio.
I know you like giving me grief about how I fell for the Ingram Joker thing. I didn't really, because no.
Now, why are you trying to shoehorn this thing in?
Hold on. Because the one thing I said back during all the Ingram Joker hysteria was, it seems to me that the Joker in a Sean offense is more likely to be a running back than a tight end, right? And I remember bringing up Kamara at the time, so I'm gonna take my victory lap for that one. So,
are you? Well, I'll tell you what, the Joker was. He was in full display yesterday. He had 2 catches for 8 yards, 4 yards a catch.
Yeah.
I mean, it was just decoy. That was called decoy Joker right there. That was the decoy Joker, which opened everything else up, Michael.
All right, let's get to 4 down territory.
It's time for 4 Down Territory, where Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth react to the latest action both on and off the gridiron. Kicking things off with First Down.
Well, in those 3 long scoring drives that led to 17 of a potential 21 points, we saw the offense in rhythm. The plays coming in, Bo executing the plays. It was just a nice, efficient rhythm. And Bo Nix explaining how he and Sean Payton have got to this point.
It's a little bit of a saying that obviously a song you know by heart. You've seen the lyrics to it. You know it. You don't have to study for it, and it happens. And so the plays you know by heart are the ones that we've repped all year round, training camp, OTAs, getting a season, rep them. You know the different looks you could get. You know the answers, each look. I really feel like when we're playing our best, we're just in that rhythm of calling the plays we're good at, mixing up with some tempo. Guys just know their assignments when you hit those plays, and it's hard to stop because each little look you can get, it could be different, but we've seen the look before and we know where to go with the ball, or guys know where to get in the zone, or we know how to block the run, and there's just so many of those style of plays that we just like. Now you have to game plan several as well. That's important, is you hit on your game plan plays, but the others, the defense can only do so much. So your good plays that you know really well, those usually work well for us.
Stokes, Sean insisted he was going to continue to keep going with all those personnel packages. He felt that there was a benefit to it. even while maybe there were some hiccups earlier in the season. But at least for yesterday, it was on full display what his vision is for this offense.
Yeah, have your base stuff, your stuff that you run every single week, and go out there and execute that at a high level. And then you're always going to have your game plan stuff that's specific for the defense that you're going against, the team that you're going against. And but look, they've started executing at a much higher level. And yesterday was a perfect example. I mean, to go out there and sustain the drives that they were able to do. Bo going 31 for 38. 212 yards, very efficient day. So I love that type of performance where you can be patient and just take what's there. You can sustain drives. You don't shoot yourself in the foot. You don't have the bad penalty, the bad turnover to stop these drives. They're able to stay on the football field. That is, that's next level quarterback play there from Bo.
It is. And man, the efficiency thing, the drives, 14, 19 plays, when you stay on the field like that, man, it just is so good. And I love what Bo said, man. You get those things rep by heart. You know where your outlets are. You know where, that's remember when Tom Brady said, man, why would I quit now? I've got the answers to the test. I feel like Bo Nix over the last 3 weeks has got some of the answers to the test. I know where everybody's going to be. I know when I'm in trouble where I can find a little help. I understand that stuff. And that, to me, is what keeps drives alive. That, to me, is what keeps you churning first down. 7 of 12 on third down is big time, and that's a testament to understanding what's going on offensively, where your answers are, where your outlets are, where your help is.
Well, Sean definitely did not simplify things. You had 10 different pass catchers at the end of the first half, and on a couple of those drives, all three, well, four if you want to put Adam Prentice in, all four running backs were being used on the same drive. So plenty of personnel packages, plenty of guys coming in and out, but at least yesterday, very efficient, no mistakes, and great results. We continue on.
Look, I got no issue with doing all that stuff if you can go out there and execute.
Yeah.
And execute at a high level, right? And that's what they weren't able to do earlier in the football season, right? When you're not executing and you're going 3 and out and you're looking up and, you're seeing R.J. Harvey have, 4 carries or 3 carries, and then, Dobbins only getting 12 carries, and then we're seeing all these different personnel groupings. It just – that's not a good thing. So the fact that they're able to stay on the football field and convert these third downs now, that gives more opportunities for everyone.
Second down.
Well, the Kansas City Chiefs are no more. Ding dong, the witch is dead. Because, and I think about all those conversations we were having out there at Broncos training camp, and Stokley and Stink out on the field, and Stokley just sweating through his shirt, fearful that he was going to get called upon to talk to the team. Back when we were having all those conversations about, is the gap ready to close? It was such an easy sports talk topic, right? Is the gap ready to close between the Chiefs and the rest of the AFC? Wow, did anybody see it happening like this, where the Chiefs, in Week 13, with still 4 games left in the season, the Chiefs have already been mathematically eliminated from AFC West contention. Wow, 6-7. 6-7. The Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, it feels so good, Stoke. Feels so good.
Yeah, no, it really does. And the fact that they're pretty much eliminated from the playoffs also. I mean, they got to win the next 4, obviously, and get a lot of help. So Broncos are in a great position to win the AFC West. And we got the Chargers tonight. But to watch the Chiefs, after 3 straight years of going to the Super Bowl, winning 2 of them, and now probably going to miss the playoffs, that's fun.
So, Mark, is this a case, when you look at the Chiefs, is this a case of a team that's just played so much football over the last handful of years that it finally caught up with them, and actually being eliminated early will allow them to come back with a fresh approach next year? Or is this kind of a loss, this kind of a season proof that the run is over and they need to kind of reconfigure things now moving forward, not only on the team, but maybe the way they do business in the front office?
Yeah, I'm not ready to go there. I still think that, they have been a dominant defense the last few years. This year, not as much, not being able to get people off the field. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. He's still going to be great. But yeah, they've had a lot of turnover. Like, one thing when you win a lot of games, well, their run has been incredible. Because when you win that many games year in and year out, people are pilfering your roster. They're taking people off of your roster. They're paying people to come try to fix their organization. So, like, every time I call a game, the two rosters are littered with former Chiefs all over the place. I mean, the guys are all over the place. So, that's part of the issue. So you're going to have to rebuild through the draft. You're going to have to sign some free agents. But I'm telling you what, it is like, far be it from me to celebrate somebody else's misery, because guys, I'm not that way.
No,
but this is glorious. It makes me happy to look at how miserable they are in Kansas City. So, and like I said, man, I'm just looking, being the low man on the totem pole, I'm just looking to get myself a Chiefs game, so I can go to Kansas City and really irritate.
Oh, that'd be
get some good barbecue.
Oh, that'd be the ultimate indignity for Chiefs fans.
Can you imagine?
To turn on their TV and see that handsome face with the porcelain skin staring right back at you. Oh, my goodness.
F Troop's coming to town, boys. Here we come. Here comes the F Troop.
Well, you called a pretty entertaining game last night, and because of who he is and the attention he draws and what he did here, we're very curious. A weekend spent in Cleveland. You had a chance to visit with Shedeur Sanders. You had a chance to watch him play yesterday. Put up great stats, led a big comeback, and yet when there was a 2-point conversion to be had to try to tie the game and force it to overtime, he wasn't out on the football field. So kind of recap the weekend that was with Shedeur.
Yeah, no question about it, man. A young quarterback, a lot of growing pains, a lot of things that he needs to learn. But I'm telling you, there's a couple of skill sets that he has, man. His ability to extend plays in the pocket, be tough in the pocket, that was on full display. That was fun to watch. And if you give him man-on-man opportunities, like, he's going to have a tough time throwing into zones, layering balls, being anticipatory with his throws. When a guy's coming into an open window, that's not his strong suit. But when you give him some man-to-man matchups, dude can layer a football, dude can throw it accurately. Like, that was where he just shined yesterday. And, man, he made some big-time throws, some big-time plays. It was fun to watch. There was some up and downs with both those young quarterbacks, but what an entertaining game I had yesterday in Cleveland. Not so much trying to get home, but that hasn't been as entertaining. But the game was really entertaining.
Yeah, no, I mean, he looks like he played great. I didn't watch 1 second of it, but you look at his stats and what he was able to do: 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, and leading that, the chance to tie it up there, that drive there late in the football game, and then, they run the 2-point play,
dude.
Just an epic disaster of a 2-point play where they have taken him out of the game a lot here, and run the Wildcat. So that wasn't anything new, but the execution of that play, I mean, terrible. Epic disaster in that moment, Mark.
So I watched that play run on in practice on Friday.
Yeah.
And so they snap it to Judkins. He's motioning. He's supposed to flip it to the receiver. The receiver's supposed to run all the way to the other edge, and then it's a throwback, like a Philly special type of thing.
Right.
And Judkins just forgot to flip it to the receiver. So then he was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot to do the little flip to the receiver who's coming around on the reverse." I mean, what an abject disaster that play.
Hey, Mark.
No chance.
That's kind of important, That's kind of an important part of the play, buddy. You could, because when you watch it, you can tell once the receiver went by, he was like, "Holy, you know what? I forgot to give him the ball. Now what do I do? Let me throw it over there to him." I mean, all-time epic Cleveland Browns play.
It was a dumb, terrible, head-scratching, fireable offense type call there by Kevin Stefanski, because you just had a 7-play, 80-yard drive in a minute 40 that Shedeur orchestrated. You got the momentum. You got a quarterback with a hot hand at that point, and you decided to take the ball out of his hands to run to run a trick play like that because you worked on it in practice.
Right,
you got to use it during the game.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Like, read the room. Read the room. You just put a drive together, and just because you implemented that because you've been practicing it for 3 weeks, doesn't mean you got to run it. You can hold it off for another week. Like, oh, dude, it was just epic failure by the Cleveland Browns, to say the least.
Here's the question I have to ask. Be honest. Don't tap dance around this answer. Does Kevin Stefanski hate Shedeur Sanders?
All
right, that pause tells me all I need to know.
No. He didn't. He didn't hate him. There's a lot of work to be done. You know what I think? I think, like a lot of coaches, you hate the social media creation and hype. Like when Skip Bayless is calling for your job, Skip Bayless, who thought that Tebow was the answer to the NFL's issues, who thought Johnny Manziel was a superstar. When Skip Bayless, that idiot, is calling for your job, that's what Kevin Stefanski hates. I don't think he hates Shedeur. He hates all the hype that is Shedeur, and that's what I think bothers him.
All right, you look very comfortable right now in your hotel room. Are you going to be able to stick around with us some more, or?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I'm going to do this next segment just in a towel because I'm going to try to jump in the shower real quick.
Oh, for all of
the next segment, shirtless. If you guys want to join us,
tune in Denver Sports YouTube channel and get yourself a treat. You'll be thanking us. No, you won't. You might be sick. Don't eat breakfast. That's all coming up after we tell you about what's going on with our big equipment drive that's off to a great start. Halfway through it, we've teamed up with our friends at the Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive benefiting Recruiting Classroom. It's going on until December 20th already. Popped Mark down there. Now through December 20th, we're taking donations of gently used or new sports equipment. Most needed items include hockey and ice skates, as well as hockey sticks, football helmets and pads, baseball bats, and lacrosse sticks. Thank you to all of you who've already donated, and get in on it because you're definitely going to be helping some kids be able to realize their sports dreams. For drop-off locations and a full list of needed items, head to DenverSports.com/equipment.
The Broncos went into Las Vegas and took down the Raiders, reclaiming their spot as the top seed in the AFC. Is Sean Payton finding balance on offense at just the right time? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
As you were out this weekend probably getting things and gifts for somebody else, are you thinking about giving yourself a treat? And if you need more hair, if you're losing your hair, how about you give the gift that keeps on giving, and that's advanced hair restoration. If you've had it with that expanding bald spot, receding hairline, or thinning hair, please try advanced hair. I did over 20 years ago. It flat out works. Stopped my receding hairline, got my hair back, along with a renewed sense of confidence. I was able to branch out of radio, do a lot of TV, play-by-play, studio work, and now all the stuff I do at DenverSports.com certainly helps when you feel better about your lettuce on top. At Advanced Hair, you'll work with Dr. Tanya Pauls and her all-star team, the same Dr. Pauls that did my hair 20 years ago. She is a true legend in this field. You could not be in better hands. Can't stress enough how easy this is. One day, that's it, and your own natural hair begins to regrow the very next day. No tricks, no magic, just great science and the latest technology. Get started with a free consultation, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Call 720-459-HAIR and at advancedhair.com. That's advancedhair.com.
Jim, it's late in the half here at Empower Field, and things are coming down to the wire at the concession stand.
Nachos are a solid choice, but Grant needs to finish strong here.
He scans his wallet and pulls out his Broncos checking debit card for 10% off.
Wow, savvy move. And with no surprise fees, he won't regret this order.
I don't know, Jim. That's a lot of cheese. Bank like a Bronco with Broncos checking from INT Credit Union. Insured by NCUA. Membership required.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. And if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. Plus, Orchard handles all home repairs for you, attracting buyers. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com for your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Call 1-877-CARS for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Hurry! It's our last chance to donate for 2025.
Tune into Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. You're listening to Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Nix, he's going to run it this time at the 5. Nix is in. Touchdown. And what an opening drive for the Broncos. A.J. Cole punting to Mims. It's a short punt. Mims a running start at the 48. Able to break free. Marvin Mims calling out blockers inside the 20. Touchdown! How about it? Somehow Mims was able to stay up. A Houdini act. And the Broncos take the lead. Harvey up the middle. Harvey takes it in. Touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add to their lead.
All right. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm in such a good mood. To think that this team, if you had told me back when we were dealing with the final days of Nathaniel Hackett and General Jerry Rosberg and Russell Wilson and all that it would be just a couple of short years that this team would be on a 10-game heater? A 10-game. I'll tell you what. While I don't necessarily believe you guys when you say it's hard to win 10 games in the NFL, it is hard to win 10 in a row. So I'll give you that. How about that one, Stokley? 10 wins in a row.
You say once you get to 10, it's easy to do it every year. I mean, that's what you say, right?
Well, they've done it 2 years in a row
yeah,
now.
How about the Chiefs? Yeah, how's that working for them
Well, they did it
this
for
year?
a long time.
Yeah, not this year, though.
Yeah.
So it is a hard thing to do. It's impressive. Very impressive streak the Broncos are on. And the fact that they've just figured out different ways to win these close football games. And then yesterday, that wasn't even it was never in doubt. It was one of those where you were never concerned about that in the second half. So they did a great job of putting the Raiders away and never giving them much hope there, especially in the second half. So great win yesterday, 10 in a row. You're sitting at first in the AFC West. You're first in the AFC with a great chance to get that number one seed, get that bye in the playoffs. You own the tiebreaker. If the Raiders lose 2 more, it's probably a wrap. If they lose 1 more, you're in a great position.
No, really, you mean the Chargers?
Yeah. No.
You said the Raiders.
Oh, I meant the Patriots. Excuse me.
Okay.
Yes.
We got you. Yeah, listen, Stoke had a very busy weekend this weekend.
Yeah.
In the process of covering for him, I threw him under the bus on Friday.
That's what you do really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cover for you, and then I'm going to bury you the whole show.
Well, I couldn't be nice about it. I mean, how else was I going to say you weren't here on Friday, and you didn't want your business out on the street. We'll get to where you were this weekend. But, I couldn't just say, Stokley's not here today. I mean, that'd be boring.
No, I know.
Instead,
I know.
I had fun with the idea that you got full of yourself after confronting your fears and driving in the snow, and you decided to take a long weekend. When in fact, you were where?
Oh, I was in Baltimore. Super Bowl reunion, 25th anniversary, 25th year of Super Bowl 35. So got to get back there. I haven't been back in forever since I played there. My last year in the NFL was there. It was a memorable one. So yeah, I mean, it was a blast. So it was great, a lot of fun.
How was Billick? You and Billick mended fences. You guys were tight. Like, what
we're fine. I did call him out though. I did have to call him out. And I did tell him that I didn't know that Mormons. I thought Mormons weren't supposed to use the type of language that he used at me so much, and I never heard a Mormon cuss that much.
Yeah.
So I did let him know that.
Did he apologize for all the ways he treated you badly?
No.
Back in the day?
No apology. No apology needed either.
No? Okay.
No,
Okay, good.
I don't need an apology.
You're not thin-skinned.
No.
Yeah.
I can handle it.
You're
I
not
can
a
take
sensitive
it.
soul.
It made me better, made me tougher.
Yeah.
You go through that, then that prepared me for my Peyton Manning years.
Uh-huh.
So I was real prepared for that because Billick, he toughened me up a little bit.
So I gather the whole team was probably out there, on the field at halftime or something like that? Did you get individually acknowledged?
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah. We got individually announced, which was cool.
Nice.
And,
what kind of reaction did you get?
Yeah, they cheered.
They cheered.
Yeah, they cheered.
They remember
Yeah.
Stoke.
Yeah.
They remember Stoke.
Right. They're great fans there. But I got to tell you, I was kind of surprised the stadium, it wasn't full. You talk about a lot on the line there. First place in the division. You're playing a rival in the Steelers. And so I don't know what's going on there.
Here's the good news. Here's the good news, though. You guys obviously, because the championship team came back into the stadium, came back around the organization, and how Mike feels about that. You're going to get that veteran return, like that jersey retirement bump.
Right.
So how much do you think the inspiration of you guys being back led to the Baltimore win?
They didn't win.
Oh, what? What do you mean? But the 25th reunion of the Super Bowl, Mike.
Mark,
what do you mean they didn't
Mark,
win?
Mark,
What?
it's depressing. I haven't seen a Ravens team look like that and be that soft. I mean, at home. I mean, are you kidding me? I don't know, man. That was pathetic. Pathetic. But we all saw the play where Likely caught that touchdown, right? And that was to take the lead. They called it a touchdown, and then somehow, next thing you know, it wasn't a touchdown. I don't think they replayed it. It was like replay assistance. To me, how is that not a touchdown? He almost got 3 feet down in control of the football, and then they said, no catch. I thought that was crazy. I still can't figure out what's a catch and what's not a catch.
Well, I'll tell you what, unless Baltimore turns it around, they're still only a game behind Pittsburgh, and they still play each other again, and nobody's really buying Pittsburgh. But I don't know. Right now, if you just look at the eye test tells you we're going to have the AFC playoffs this year with no Patrick Mahomes and no Lamar Jackson. Wow.
Yeah.
What a stunner.
Lamar, Mark, he hasn't practiced a lot this year. And so you look at that offense, they're a little bit off. He's a little bit off. There's something to be said about being out there, practicing, all off season and repping these things and having that trust and that with your teammates, with your wide receivers. And they're just a little bit off this year offensively and defensively. They just stink.
Well, let's get to the Broncos and what they did yesterday. And what really stood out, I think, for me and a lot of us who've been watching this offense struggle so much was seeing them consistently put together these long drives, 14, 15, 19 plays lasting 8, 9, 10 minutes on one of the drives. They were in a rhythm, they were efficient, and it was what Sean Payton was hoping to see all season long.
Well, it was just really looking closely at the run game plan, marrying it with the boots and nakeds, and then having some at the line stuff where we hurried it up. So it was a combination of those things. It was the antithesis of the last plan. Sometimes it's hard, you watch it, and our job's always to put our guys in the best position, and I don't know that we did a good enough. We didn't the last time around. Now, we had a lot of penalties. We made a lot of mistakes, and so we kind of went a different route this time around.
Listen, Mark, I'm not going to sugarcoat this, and I'm not going to just blow this off by saying, well, it was the Raiders. Because you know what? The last time they played the Raiders, it looked awful. It was 10-7, and Sean said it was a terrible game plan, and we've watched this offense for the last couple of years really blow hot and cold, and for them to blow hot and cold against bad teams. So for them to go out and put together an efficient offense that could put together these long drives 3 times, something we haven't seen from this offense in the time that Bo's been here and teamed up with Sean. So I don't care if it came against the Raiders. The fact that they put that kind of showing out there offensively, I thought was incredibly impressive and incredibly encouraging about where and how this offense is developing.
Yeah, efficiency. That it comes down to efficiency. And there's a couple of things that have been really good. Bo Nix talking about, hey, man, I really feel like I'm an expert in the stuff that we run. I really know where my answers are. I really know where my outlets are. I really know where my help is. And then to see R.J. Harvey, in the last 2 games get a little bit more opportunity, and then to see him get this opportunity yesterday and to watch him excel. And I know it was 17 carries and it was 4.4 yards a carry, but there wasn't like a long breakout like a 42-yard run that skews the numbers, man. That was a legit 4.4. That was a legit grind it out. That was legit put your nose in there and get us an ugly 4.5 yards. And he did that on a consistent basis to the tune of 17 carries. And then, of course, what he does in the passing game. I thought that was a big-time performance and a big-time kind of growth indicator for the running back R.J. Harvey. So I thought that was really good.
Yeah, I mean that would be nice if he could provide what we saw yesterday down the stretch. Looking for that consistency in the running game since Dobbins got hurt. And if he can provide anything like that, that would be huge for this football team. But I like the fact that Sean sits there and says, hey, you know what? Our game plan stunk last time. We didn't do a good job. We didn't put the players in good enough positions to be successful last time we played them, and we wanted to do something different this time, and obviously they did. Just being efficient offensively. I love to see that from a young quarterback, taking what's there, and when you do get a chance to be explosive, then take shots. But if they're just going to play soft zone and give you the underneath stuff, be patient. And that's not an easy thing to do for young quarterbacks.
Bo Nix said it was good to be able to give the defense a break this time around.
You sort of see that they're wanting to whole lot of explosive plays, so that number we'd like to see go up. But at the same time, it gave our defense a good day. I'm not gonna say off because they played well when they were on there, but definitely not as much as they typically are in a game. So that's good for them. They've earned that and deserve it.
It's funny, guys. Over the last 3 games, Bo has only thrown 1 touchdown pass, and he's got 1 interception. And yet the eye test tells you you're looking at a different quarterback. Does not seem as sped up and chaotic and frenetic, all those words that we're using when he would be jumping around in the pocket, leaving the pocket early. It seems like if it wasn't a shot down the field, he was missing some guys underneath that were easier completions. Tell me what, if you can, what's changed these last 3 games? How have we got to a point where he went from looking like a rattled quarterback at times to one over these last 3 games who Stokes seems very poised. He looks comfortable in the pocket. His footwork is a lot better. He's seen the field really well, and he's being really patient, taking easy completions. What clicked 3 games ago?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure it's something that he was working on. Right? I mean, you watch the film of yourself and you say, hey, I need to get better doing this. So what do? You practice it. Reps. Game slows down. You're just more comfortable. Point of emphasis for him. So I'm sure he went to work on it. And, I keep referencing, he told Aikman and Joe Buck that, that was one of the things that he wanted to work on. It was his footwork because it was like kind of all over the place. And you can tell that he has worked on it. And all of a sudden you look up and he does. He looks a lot more calm and composed in the pocket. So you got to give him a lot of credit for saying, okay, what do I need to improve on? I need to work on this. I need to get better on this. And he's done that during the season. So, yeah, but it was fun to watch yesterday. He did a great job.
He really did, man. The whole offense did a great job. And there was nothing like I love the fact that you can put together time of possession and that you can put together long drives and you can finish those long drives with scores, and you can do that without a huge explosive play in the middle of one of those drives. You're not getting a 40-yard chunk. You're getting maybe 12-yard or 14-yard chunks, but you like that is to me, that's the essence of being a really good offense. And yesterday they were really good. And I know it was the Raiders, but still, that's something we haven't seen, and we certainly didn't see that the first time around when they played the Raiders on a Thursday night.
Yeah, I just am very encouraged by a performance like that yesterday. For the detractors who are saying, well, it was dinking and dunking. It was only 212 yards, 31 completions, only 212 yards. I just think that if you look at the great quarterbacks, they make the boring look entertaining. They make the efficiency entertaining. They put together games where you're watching and it doesn't seem like there are many big plays, and yet you look up at the end of the day and it's a big offensive showing. Every great quarterback, think about the quarterbacks that have won Super Bowls, even Patrick Mahomes, okay? Even Patrick Mahomes can make the boring look fun. So I think once you get to a point as a quarterback where you can take those easy completions and you're content with those easy completions and you understand the value of those easy completions, Stoke, when you get to that level, now you can start talking about this guy and potentially how great he can be, because that's what all the great quarterbacks, you played with one in Peyton Manning. I mean, you talk about a guy who loved the boring.
Yeah,
and understood what it means.
That's what great quarterbacks do. You're going to take what they give you, and if you want to give us underneath stuff, we're just going to just pick you apart, and we're going to be efficient, and we're going to make you pay, and we're going to have long, sustained drives, and that's what they were able to do yesterday. You love that from a young quarterback. That shows you growth. So usually young guys are going to start pressing. They want to make a big play. And they're going to pass up the underneath stuff. They get bored. They don't think it's the right way to do it. But watching Bo go out there yesterday and have that type of performance, that's awesome. I mean, that's next level stuff. So you got to be able to win in different ways in the NFL. Sometimes it's a little bit boring, and you got to take the underneath stuff. Sometimes you got to try to, be more aggressive. And yesterday was one of those games where, hey, let's be more conservative. If they're going to give us these 3, 4, 5, 6-yard passes, let's have a good running game, and let's just take what they give us. So great job by the Broncos offense. Obviously, a much different game plan, to Sean Payton's point that he mentioned than what they had in the prior game. But they went out there and they executed at a high level.
And I think the other thing is, to your point, Stoke, not only did Bo take what the defense gave him, but so did R.J. Harvey. R.J. Harvey also fell in love with the boring. R.J. Harvey also did what is required to be a great, not a good, but a great NFL running back. And that is, churn 4-yard gains. Keep us on schedule. Don't try to bust out on a play that's not there and all of a sudden have us in 2nd down and 12. And to me, that was the biggest takeaway in his game yesterday, is that, that dude kept going positive, kept going hard-nosed runs, and kept the offense in a situation where the whole entire playbook was open for the offense. And that was a huge difference in his game, and that made me really excited about what he was able to accomplish yesterday.
On the RamosLaw.com text line, Alan in Aurora. I'm sorry, Alan, you're just not getting it. Great. Now we're celebrating Sean Payton turning Bo into Kyle Orton. You got to understand this. You have to understand that the kind of performance you saw from Bo, and I'm not putting Bo anywhere in the same stratosphere as these guys I'm going to mention, but the way Bo played yesterday is the way that Peyton Manning played most of his career, is the way Tom Brady played most of his career, is the way that Drew Brees played most of his career. Taking the easy stuff that you could easily just say, all he is a game manager. Well, you know what? Peyton Manning was a game manager. Tom Brady was a game manager. Drew Brees was a game manager. I'm sick and tired of hearing the term game manager be used in such a derogatory way. If you look at the great quarterbacks down through the years, you know what they all had in common? They were all game managers, and they all played games and had an approach on offense like Bo Nix had yesterday. So if you want to worry about Bo Nix being turned into Kyle Orton, I would encourage you to feel more like, hey, Bo Nix showed that he possesses and that he can do some of the things that the all-time greats have done.
No, I like the fact that you can spread the football around, too. You see Cortland Sutton had 6 catches, Harvey 6 catches, Pat Bryant 4, Little Jordan 3. So, Troy Franklin 3, Troutman 2, Prentice, you know what I'm saying? And that's when it's you make it difficult on a defense. You get the running game going. You can be patient. You can be explosive. We know that. But you spread the football around like they were able to do yesterday. That's next level stuff. So I don't think there's any negatives about what we saw yesterday. I don't even want to go down that road. If you think there's any negatives about that type of performance, you're missing the boat here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what the next level is? The next level to this offense, this would just set it apart. If Prentice could get 4 or 5 more touches.
Wow, look at you from Cleveland.
Chicago.
No, Chicago.
From Midway.
Wow, the Windy City.
Yeah.
That's all we need for Prentice.
Hey,
4 or 5
more touches, and this offense is going to be on fire.
Hey, after what I saw yesterday, give me more Adam Prentice, man. I love it. Day number 310 of the Zach By Sensitivity Smear campaign. By the way, you want to know the other benefit of Bo seeing the field better and taking these shorter completions? You know what the benefit is? Notice what we're seeing less of the last couple of weeks? Those bubble screens.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Right.
Yeah.
They've been cut down They've been cut down dramatically. Have you noticed that?
Yeah, that's a good observation, Mike.
I think not.
Good observation. A lot less bubble screens.
All right, we'll have James Marilat join us coming up in about 30 minutes.
Wait, what?
I know. Don't
What are we doing?
He's back.
Play date?
He's back on Monday. No more play
Back
dates.
on Monday.
He's back on Monday.
I thought we went to Thursday.
I know,
James.
Mark, that's
we're
what I'm
Monday.
saying.
Hey, this was a fluid situation. We knew it all along.
All right, great.
Brain hurts. By the way, guys, quick transition to college football here. The college football playoff field is out, and certainly a lot of controversy to go along with it. Mainly the fact that Notre Dame got left out, and teams like Alabama and Miami got in. Stoke, do you feel bad for the Golden Domers?
No, I don't feel bad for them. I think the system is very flawed, like of course it was going to be. I don't need to see two lower-level schools in. I mean, why is James Madison and Tulane in? Why? Right? It's just like that to me is a little ridiculous. But saying that, Notre Dame could have done more for themselves. How about getting a conference, guys? Getting a conference, right? You know, you want to be, we're cool, we don't need a conference, and we're just going to, take all the benefits of not being in a conference.
How'd that work out?
Well, not very well for you. So, you're playing all these ACC schools. Your schedule obviously isn't, I think when you compare it to a team like Alabama, you can't compare the two. So, hey, it kind of is what it is. I don't feel bad for them. And then for the people, Mark, that are also saying, hey, Notre Dame, they didn't go to a bowl game. They said they don't want to go. They didn't get into the playoff, whatever. They're not going to a bowl game. Good. You don't want to, don't go. What does it even matter? Bowl games are stupid now. They're dumb. Like, they don't mean what they used to mean. So I don't have a problem with them opting out of the bowl either. So there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like Notre Dame sour grapes. Oh, woe is us. I don't know. Lose one less game. How about that? How about, take care of your business. You're Notre Dame. You got gold helmets. I mean, that should, if you're going to run, if you're going to prance around with gold helmets, oh, look at us, we're the Fighting Irish. Win more games.
I love the fact. I've always enjoyed watching, Notre Dame be humbled because they carry themselves with such arrogance, and they've always felt like they could be above the fray. They could play above the rules. They could live by a different set of rules because they are mighty Notre Dame. And
We're better than you, and we know it.
Exactly. And to see them miss out and to see them sour grapes, we're not going to play in a bowl game. This is what happens when you don't feel like you need to play in a conference. You're above playing in a conference, which means you don't have to play in a conference championship game.
Yep.
Hey, give Alabama credit, okay? Alabama beat.
We don't need to give Alabama.
But here's why I want to make the case for Alabama being in there. They're in a division, and they're in a conference, and they're in a conference that has a championship game. And so it doesn't matter that you proved earlier in the year that you can beat Georgia head-to-head. You got to go play them again. Does Notre Dame have to do that? Of course not. They're not in a conference like the SEC. They don't have to face perhaps a team like that another time in a championship game because they don't play in a conference championship game. I don't know. I love to hear Notre Dame, which has always been able to live by their own set of rules, crying about how they got jobbed by the system. Love it.
I'm with you. I'm fine with it.
Love those Irish tears. Love those Irish tears today. Coming up next, what did you think of R.J. Harvey and the Broncos running game? And was this the game that will make us all forget about J.K. Dobbins? That's next.
The Broncos won their 10th game in a row and secured a key tiebreaker over New England. With a month remaining in the season, will the road to Super Bowl 60 run through the Mile High City? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here for my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses growing up, and then I had LASIK surgery. Well, I decided to go see Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange, and I can tell you guys firsthand, it is a game changer. No more fumbling around for my glasses when I order at dinner, looking at the menus, or watching film, or studying statistics. Not anymore, thanks to Dr. Cutarelli. Hey, right now, he's got a live webinar scheduled for for December 10th at noon. You can learn about refractive lens exchange from Dr. Cutarelli himself. You can meet the good doctor and he'll answer all your questions like, hey, man, how much does it cost? Is it covered by insurance? What is refractive lens exchange? Why won't I ever develop a cataract? I mean, all the answers. Cutarelli Vision is the most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. I can tell you firsthand, man, it is awesome. And they'll tell you if it's the right time for you to have RLE, just like I did. Register for the webinar at ColoradoRLE.com. That's ColoradoRLE.com. That's December 10th at noon. Meet Cutarelli Vision, meet Dr. Cutarelli, and everybody else. Hey, no readers, no glasses, no contacts, no cataracts ever. ColoradoRLE.com.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. Think a fender bender can't cause serious injuries? Think again. Many significant injuries don't show symptoms immediately. I've seen it. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law. Online at flanagan.law.
What's going on, everybody? Philip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Worldwide. And you guys used it so much, they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season. So I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos.
At Colorado Joint Replacement, your hip or knee replacement is their top priority. Since 2005, their expert surgeons have performed over 27,000 joint replacements, helping patients get back to the life they love. With 4 convenient locations in Denver, Lone Tree, Littleton, and Cheyenne, Wyoming, they offer personalized care plans, the latest technology, and compassionate support every step of the way. For expert care and peace of mind, visit coloradojoint.org and schedule your appointment today. That's coloradojoint.org.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Hey guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start the treatment, you're going to wish you'd done it sooner. All the guys I know go to Synergenics and Low T Center for TRT. The TRT test is free, not hundreds of dollars. And the testo is pure, not compounded. Guys feel full of energy, not like they're still waiting for it to kick in. Get in now for your free TRT test. No appointment necessary before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Okay, only 10 more presents to wrap. You're almost at the finish line. But first... There, the last one. Enjoy a Coca-Cola for a pause that refreshes.
Hey Broncos country, it's Terrell Davis here. You know, in the game of life, our most valuable asset is our health.
At Fitness Gallery, we have deals everywhere, up to 50% off. Visit one of Fitness Gallery's 7 convenient locations from Colorado Springs to Fort Collins. We have you covered.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Jacob's Law, 303 Law 4040.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Sharp criticism.
Mark Schlereth a pansy.
Cries for help.
Dude, wake up.
No.
I need better from you.
And a little bit of tough love.
If the truth gives you a wedgie, then you know what? Buy better underpants.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
There's a fire.
James Marilat will be joining us coming up in about 15 minutes. Even he has got to be just loving life right now. 10 straight wins for the Broncos, and maybe, just maybe, after what we saw from R.J. Harvey yesterday. Mark, are you okay there? Are you wrestling with your sheets, or what are you doing there? There's a...
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Sorry. I did not realize
Settle down.
we were
Settle down.
on air.
Yeah.
I was doing some tidying up over
Okay, good. He's in Chicago as he got waylaid coming out of Cleveland yesterday. after calling the Browns, Shador, and the Titans game. So he's stuck in Chicago. He'll be leaving us here in about an hour so he can make his way home. But we are grateful for all the time we can get with you, Mark. Stoke back from his weekend in Baltimore where they were celebrating the 2000 Ravens Super Bowl, the 25-year anniversary. Stoke got a rousing round of applause when his name was called. People in Baltimore still remember Stoke.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know how you like to – hey, by the way, you know how you like to compare – and Stoke says, I don't like comparisons, but Stoke was the original. He's the OG of the little slot, white slot receiver. And a lot of people over the years, Stoke, have said, hey, man, maybe this guy could be our Stokley.
Right.
There we go. How about that?
So maybe you ought to rethink the way you're thinking about, Mike's comparisons toward – everything that Sean, whether it's little Jordan Humphrey or Prentice or any of the other people.
Well, if he starts saying, "Hey, I think we found our Stokley," then I'll start liking the comparisons.
All
okay.
All right. You don't
but
think
no,
that...
it was a good time. I had a good time. It's not an easy place to get to from here. Going all the way East Coast. The time difference. Why are you laughing, Mike?
You are.
Is that not true?
Did you drive?
No, I got on the plane, but it's not. It's not
okay.
an easy place to get to. It's not funny.
All your years spent growing up in the gated community, one of two in Louisiana, and now all the time in all the time in Castle Rock.
Yeah.
You like things simple. You like things simple, and whenever you're asked to go outside your comfort zone, you get a little bit agitated, right? Good thing Lana was
nervous.
there. Good thing Lana was there the whole time because she probably took charge of everything, right?
Yeah.
Told you where to go and what gate you guys had to go to, and
I can handle myself just fine by myself. Okay, I can navigate. I just get very high anxiety. I got to double up on my medication.
I see.
The week before traveling.
I see. It was a very encouraging game for the Broncos offense. Very encouraging game for Sean Payton's run game.
Yeah, I thought both backs ran hard. Thought the guys up front played well. Thought we blocked the perimeter well. The play actions and some of the spread out formations, were efficient. So it was a good win.
It was definitely a breakout game for R.J. Harvey, but it wasn't just R.J. We saw Jaleel McLaughlin get 4 carries. Tyler Bidet got 4 carries. Adam Prentice got a couple carries. Heck, guys, during those long drives, at times we saw all 3 running backs used during those drives. So when it's all said and done, there's been so much concern about life after J.K. Dobbins. Stoke, are you feeling better about the Broncos' running game and running backs after what you saw yesterday?
Heck yeah. I mean, of course. Feel a lot better. Now, you got to show me against better teams, better competition. What does it look like this week against Green Bay? But I needed to see that from Harvey. And of course, you like what you saw from Jaleel there, and then Bidet too. So I like that trio of running backs right now, especially if Harvey looks like things are slowing down for him a little bit more. Looks like he's getting some confidence. And so again, you gotta sometimes you just gotta trust Sean. And sometimes I don't. Because he has told us, hey, just wait, be patient with this guy. He's got something there. This is the guy we drafted. We're very excited about him, and I've been wanting more. I said, hey, let's get Jaleel more opportunities. But Sean was right again, and Harvey had a great game. I hope that this means that we're going to see a little bit more of this from him as we move forward, because they need this type of running game if you're going to do some damage in the playoffs.
Yeah, for Sean to say, hey, man, we drafted him as a runner. That's what we liked first and foremost. The pass catching part was just a bonus. Like, that became something that he became very good at early. And he, frankly, became a much better receiver than he was a runner throughout the entirety of this season. But yesterday was that pivotal moment for me where I said, hey, man, he's starting to understand what it is to run in the NFL versus running at University of Central Florida. There's a difference. And yesterday was the first time where I thought consistently he understood that difference, and he went about it like a professional running back, not like a collegiate running back. And that was encouraging for me to watch.
How does he figure it out so quickly though? Like it was just a week ago, right? We had Darren Orlovsky on, Joel Klatt. They'll both be on with us on Wednesday. They were both saying how unimpressed they were with R.J. Harvey's running style and that his tendency to bounce it outside and be very tentative when it came to hitting the line of scrimmage. How do you guys explain him seemingly like flipping the switch and figuring it out from one week to the next?
Well, it's more opportunities, right? You get more opportunities. Now you can be a little bit more patient. Your confidence all of a sudden grows. Like, okay, I can do this. And so you're a young player. That's trying to figure out the NFL game. And, not saying that he's got it figured out already just like that. Not saying that at all. But, sometimes it just takes a couple runs. And, okay, this is how I need to do it. This is what I'm seeing. Things are slowing down. You're getting more opportunities. You're not trying to, take it to the house every single play. To Mark's point, this isn't Central Florida. Things are different in the NFL, and so you have to adjust to it, and he did a nice job of that yesterday. So we'll see, as we move forward if he's figured it out yet, or I'm sure there'll still be some ups and downs here. He's still a young football player, but, yeah, I think yesterday was a big step in hopefully his development.
Yeah, I do too. And I think the other thing, Mike, is when you're coming off the bench and you're going to get very limited opportunities, that's when you try to do things to say, hey, look, I deserve more opportunities. And oftentimes in the NFL, that becomes a -2. And now all of a sudden you get limited. When all of a sudden you become the starter and you're going to get 15, 17, 18 carries, not touches. Touches are different than carries. I want carries. I don't care about touches. I want carries. And all of a sudden, hey, man, I'm not just going to get 5 in this game. So I don't have to break one. Like, I'm going to be more in tune with what because I am the starter and I'm going to get the lion's share. All of a sudden, I think that takes some pressure off you as well, and you can get back to doing what you're supposed to be doing. And I think that's one of the things that has changed for R.J. Harvey here in the last couple of weeks.
We do have one text I do want to read here on the RamosLaw.com text line, 303-713-1043. And it says, Happy 31st birthday, Johnny Fever.
Oh.
Love you, Mom of Montrose.
Birthday today?
Yes.
Thank God we got the little guy.
And as Johnny
What?
Fever, I almost missed this text because he wrote back to his mom saying was hoping no one would find out today. We want to wish Johnny Fever a happy birthday.
Wow.
Why do you hold out on us like that, Johnny Fever? Come on now. Happy birthday.
Thanks, Mike.
How long have you worked with him for? You don't even have it like in your phone or anything?
Well,
I mean,
it's funny because Stink and I were walking through the lobby the other day, and they have up on our
the big board.
Big board. They show revolving all the birthdays of the month,
Right.
and we made a note that we had to wish Johnny
And then
a
you
birthday,
forgot.
and then we forgot.
Which would have been perfect.
Oh.
I hate celebrating my birthday.
why?
Johnny,
Don't be
weird.
like a grumpy. You're not even
No,
old.
it's just
A
weird.
grumpy
It's just
young
nothing-
person. I know, but it's
nothing
still
special
cool.
about it.
Still your birthday.
Yeah.
Hey,
Gonna
Johnny, is
party
that-
like it's your birthday? Gonna
is that your
party
real
like
mom
it's
or
your
just
birthday?
some mom in Montrose? Is that your actual mom or just
Yeah.
some mom?
No, that's
Okay.
my mom. Yeah.
That's your mom.
By the way, then another text
thanks,
came in
Mom.
She's a
saying
lady.
it was your 33rd birthday. Do we have some confusion here? How
Uh-oh.
old are you? Are you,
33.
Are you 33?
33, yeah.
Oh, so who got the 31?
I don't know. I haven't seen the text.
Somebody
Are
got
you an
31st.
American citizen, Johnny?
Yes.
Are you? Yeah. I mean, what's going on here? Fake birth certificate? Do you know Danny Almonte?
That's actually a good pull, Stink.
Yeah,
Good
thank
pull.
you, thank
much
you,
better
thank
than
you,
your
thank you.
very
my full
ill-fated-
trickle.
Yeah, much better than your ill-fated Days of Thunder attempt there earlier. So
thank you.
Happy birthday to our guy Johnny Fever. We are so happy and appreciative of what you do for us here each and every morning here in the Wolfpack. We've got James Marilat joining us as. Has James ever seen, and he grew up around here, has he ever seen the Denver sports scene better than it is right now? That's next.
The Broncos offense came out swinging. Thanks to a strong performance by R.J. Harvey. Is the rookie runner proving he can be trusted to take control of Denver's backfield? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, it's Mark Schlereth here from my guys over at O'Meara GMC. Do you owe more on your vehicle than it's worth? Then if you do, you don't want to miss the payoff reduction event going on at O'Meara GMC. Hey, you can choose from over 1,000 cars, trucks, SUVs, guys. And here's how it works. If your payoff is $18,000 at O'Meara GMC, it becomes $6,000. If the payoff's $14,000 at O'Meara, it becomes $2,000. And if your payoff is $12,000 at O'Meara GMC, it becomes, now get this, guys, zero. That's right. Let O'Meara GMC reduce your payoff up to $12,000. Save thousands on just announced 0% APR financing. It's fast, easy, and they accept I-10s. Hey, guys, just mention TG100701. Tell them your boy Stink sent you, and I'm telling you what, they're going to take care of you. If you need cash fast, O'Meara GMC will buy your vehicle, even if you don't buy a vehicle back from them, guys. Don't miss the payoff reduction event going on right now at O'Meara GMC on 104th. Guys, you must qualify for all rebates. Visit O'MearaGMC.com for complete details. Again, that's O'MearaGMC.com.
Hi there, I'm Kim Rudell, owner of Wills and Wellness Estate Planning. If you are planning to create your estate plan this year but haven't done it yet, you still have time. As an incentive to check this off your list, we're offering a 10% discount to the fan listeners during the month of December. Just mention this ad. You can find us at willsandwellness.com or give us a call at 720-266-8190.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here. Recently talked to my buddy Troy Hansford, texting back and forth about the housing market. Told me over the last year this market's gone from the hottest it's ever been to prices declining. And I'm telling you what, people haven't seen that in over a decade here. If you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now may be the time to sell and still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my buddy Troy still offering us $5,000 guarantee. What is it? Well, I'm glad you asked. You can't sell your house on your timeline. At your price that you guys agree upon beforehand. He's going to cut you a check for $5,000. Hey, he makes that offer because he continues to spend a bunch of money marketing his listings. And right now, he's got about 100 families approved and ready to buy. If you have a house, Troy probably has the perfect buyer for you. Right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him at 720-944-33. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. Call Troy. Get your home sold for the most money. 720-944-33. That's 720-944-33. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. Want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-944-33.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens, the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Happy holidays, Colorado. This is David Chemansky with U.S. Mortgages, and after 30 years, we could not be more thankful and grateful to this great state and all the people who have contacted us and trusted us for their loan needs. Remember to take time to reflect on what matters most this holiday season, like family, friends, and God. We are in such a blessed country, and we all have so much to be thankful for. So from all of us to all of you, thank you and happy holidays.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/deal to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/deal for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/deal for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/deal. See representative for warranty details.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter-Har Motors. Smear campaigning.
And the Zach Buy Sensitivity Smear campaign rolls on.
Bonding moments.
Man, today was a great day for the Wolfpack.
And just a hint of bodily functions.
Deviled eggs. Not only do I love the taste, but I know I'm going to hotbox the missus.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Well, that James Merilatt on Thursday thing didn't last very long, as he's back in his accustomed time here Mondays at 8:45, which I'm fine with. We're used to that.
What's up, fellas?
Mondays with Merilatt, sponsored by the Birdie Bar in Louisville. The Birdie Bar in Louisville. Get more info on this week's live music trivia. Have you had Zach by there yet for
Not
trivia?
yet, but I will be there Wednesday night, 6:30, if anybody wants to take me on.
All right.
Nice.
And other fantastic events at the Birdie.bar on the web and Instagram. I gotta give a shout out to Mel in Denver watching on our Denver Sports YouTube channel. He says Evans never reads my my responses. He wanted to make a point about how great it is to be a Denver sports fan, and certainly weekends, days like yesterday when all three teams in action, all three teams win on the road. James, let's start right there. 10 games in a row. Has it sunk in that this team has won 10 in a row? And what do you make of the latest win?
Well, I thought it was a dominant performance, and it's what I wrote about at DenverSports.com today. There are going to be people, the Nick Wrights of the world, the ESPN talking heads, all the East Coast sports talk people. They were watching the Packers and the Bears. They weren't watching that game. They're going to look up and see the final score and go, oh, another one-score game for the Broncos. They didn't cover, wink, wink, and an unimpressive win against a 2-11 team. That's how they're going to look at it. If you watch the game, the Broncos absolutely dominated. At one point, they had 25 first downs to 10. They had, double the time of possession. It was 10 garbage points down the stretch that made it look close. And the three drives, the two touchdown drives that were 9 minutes each, and then the field goal drive that was 10 minutes. I mean, that's just the sign of how much they dominated the game. Plus, they had one punt. They just did whatever they wanted. They were great in all three phases. So it was an impressive win. But here's the thing. I'm tired of listening to all the naysayers. I am. You don't win 10 games in a row in the NFL as a fraud. It's impossible to do. But the Broncos got a chance to shut everybody up. Green Bay, Jacksonville, Kansas City, and the Chargers, followed by the playoffs. There's not another layup on the schedule until you get to preseason next year. So if you're tired of hearing about everybody saying you're a fraud, you're not legit, you're the worst 11-2 team of all time, fine. Go shut them up. Now, the question is, fellas, with 4 games to go, what's the record got to be in those 4 to shut people up?
Yeah, well, that's a good point, and that's what I was going to ask you. What do you think the expectation should be for the Broncos? Should it be the number 1 seed?
Well, I think if you want to go to Santa Clara, the number 1 seed has got to be your goal. I think that just the math of having to play 2 games instead of 3, and then you get to play them both at home, and they're back to being a dominant team at home. That's a game changer. I think if you go 2-2, you go into the playoffs still having to shut people up, right? You finish 13-4, you're going to win the division unless the Chargers win out, including a win here in the finale. So you're going to win the division. You're going to host a playoff game. I still think you'd have to win a playoff game to shut people up. I think if you go 0-4, the naysayers are right. You go 1-3, the naysayers are right. You go 3-1 or 4-0, I don't want to hear another word about it. I really don't. 14-3, 15-2. I mean, are you kidding me? And you'd probably be the 1 seed. I don't know that the Patriots are going to win out. They would have to. So I think 2-2 is that tipping point, right down the middle, Stoke. If you go there, you don't shut anybody up. This chirping goes on all the way through Wild Card Weekend, but I think they're going to be better than that. I think they're going to beat the Packers. I think they're going to beat the Jags. I think they're going to beat the Chargers. Christmas night's a toss-up because who knows what the Chiefs will be 1-2-3 Cancun by then.
Isn't that great?
Oh, my gosh. I wanted to
turn. Mahomes may not even play.
Most of the time, I would have turned that game off last night and been like, okay, time to watch Landman. I mean, it's time to turn the page. I watched till the final seconds ticked off. I watched until they were shaking hands. I wanted to watch the Chiefs just have to sit there and eat it. It was fantastic. And look, kudos to them. Winning 9 straight AFC West titles, great run, but the run is over, and I enjoyed every single minute of it.
And amen. Amen. All right, so James, I think there's a great opportunity here for you because I get a lot of people on social media that reach out to me about you and their vitriol they have for you. And, we love you here. We absolutely love you. So I think it could be cathartic for you, and it'll be really good for the listeners. For you to just say, hey, man, I was wrong about Sean, and I was wrong about Russ, and you know what? Sean is great, and they made all the right decisions over there. So go ahead. I'm going to give you the floor to go ahead and apologize to the Broncos and just Broncos country in general. Go.
Well, I don't know that I'm going to go so far as an apology, Stink, but I will say, and look, after all we've been through for nearly the last decade, I don't think being in the, prove it to me mode, it was a bad thing. We've all jumped on the bandwagon of different people, and it's blown up in our face. So I was cautious. But at this point, when you're 11-2, you can't argue with that. Sean Payton has done a fantastic job. I thought yesterday, guys, was their most complete game. They were good in all 3 phases. I mean, they had a punt return. Their defense was really good again. It's coming together at the right time, so you got to tip your cap to Sean on that. And Bo Nix, fellas, every single game to me, and I don't care what the numbers are. I really don't. He just looks better and better and better and makes plays when he has to make plays. He avoids mistakes. And I'm not going to admit, Stink, that I was wrong about Russ, but I will say this. The biggest difference watching Bo Nix and Russell Wilson, Bo Nix doesn't make the mistakes. He doesn't take the bad sack and put him in second and 17. He doesn't have the fumbles. I mean, Russ didn't have a ton of picks when he was here, but my gosh, it seemed like he had a bad fumble, an ill-timed fumble every single week, and Bo Nix doesn't do those things. And people can say, oh, that's boring. You're quote-unquote a game manager. I told you guys this last week. You don't fire a ball 14 yards downfield into a zone defense on 3rd and 11 if you're a game manager. Just because you avoid mistakes doesn't make you a game manager. So was I wrong about Bo Nix? Yep. Was I wrong about Sean Payton? Yep. I'm not going to apologize. That's as good as you're going to get.
Well, that's okay.
We'll take it. We'll take it. Baby steps.
Baby steps. Baby steps. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. But a lot of texters could not help but notice the rich irony of you saying, I'm sick and tired of the naysayers when you were the general of the naysayers. You led that army. You led the naysayer army.
Go back before the Philly game. You can find the tweet. Find the guy who picked the Broncos to beat the Eagles. Find him. That was weeks ago.
I know. But
that was before London.
Some of your picks always kind of struck me as almost like passive-aggressive picks.
I think I was
on passive-aggressive prediction.
I was on this bandwagon. Other than the people with just orange-tinted glasses, I was on this bandwagon way ahead of everybody else.
All right, there you go. James,
everybody else is
boy,
welcome.
You know that today that things have changed when James Marilat's out here going, I'm tired of these Bronco naysayers out there. Thank you, James.
You bet, fellas. Appreciate it.
There goes James Marilat again. Brought to us by the Birdie Bar in Louisville. Get more info on this week's live music, trivia, and other fantastic events at the Birdie Dart Bar on the web and Instagram. Hey, we got our Blue Sports Stable in Superior, right near Louisville, for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive benefiting Recruiting Classroom. Now through December 20th, we're taking donations of gently used or new sports equipment. Most needed items include hockey and ice skates, as well as hockey sticks, football helmets and pads, baseball bats, and lacrosse sticks. For drop-off locations and a full list of needed items, head to denversports.com/equipment. Yeah, this idea that Bo Nix is a game manager, is that an insult? Bo Nix himself says shouldn't be. You'll hear from Bo next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of new or gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to denversports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
Hey guys, your boy Stink here from my friends at Synergetics and the Low T Center, the original MVPs of testosterone replacement therapy, guys. And I'm telling you what, you feel it, man. If you're feeling it, something's off. You're just not, you're just not the same you. It's not just signs of aging. Your energy feels like it's slipping away. Could be low testosterone, draining you of all the things that make you you. Guys, if you're feeling tired, grumpy, lacking motivation, energy, just not making the gains at the gym, it's probably low T, and they can fix it at Synergetics Low T Center, guys. I'm telling you what, everybody who starts and gets on TRT, and they all say the same thing, man, changed my life, makes me feel great, makes me feel young again. I'm getting those gains back in the gym. Guys, the MVPs, the original just MVPs of testosterone replacement. That is Synergetics and Low T Center. Check them out, guys, right now. Go to trtmvp.com to book an appointment online. Get back to feeling your best. That's trtmvp.com. trtmvp.com. You're going to be glad you did.
Comcast Business is celebrating the holidays by giving your business the $1,000 holiday bonus when you switch to a gig speed internet package. Just imagine the thousands of possibilities of a $1,000 prepaid card. Like possibility number 12, the new laptop for the office holiday hero. Or possibility number 108, smart speakers to deck those hallways. Or possibility number 192, new equipment for the new year. Or possibility number 555, Bluetooth holiday lights for office decor. Switch to Comcast Business, designed for 100% reliability with business internet and wireless connect, plus advanced cybersecurity, and now get the $1,000 holiday bonus. Comcast Business, powering possibilities.
Ends 12/14/25. New customers only with 2-year agreement. Requires qualifying gig package. Other restrictions apply.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to lower your existing mortgage payment? Do you need cash from your equity? For most people, getting a mortgage means endless paperwork and weeks of anxiety. But with Cake Mortgage, our process is simple, fast, and hassle-free. Whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or looking to tap your home's equity, our team guides you step by step so you always know what's next. Our thousands of 5-star customer reviews will tell you no one can do what Cake can. So stop stressing and start saving fast with Cake. Your fresh-baked Cake home mortgage is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com to learn more now.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Life happens, and then debt happens. Your laptop dies when you need it most. A hospital bill hurts more than an injury. Enter End Credit Union with a free debt consultation and a plan built just for you. Ent is here to help you break the debt cycle and get your finances on track. Debt happens. Ent helps. Schedule your free consultation at ent.com/coaching. Standard account and credit qualifications apply.
Select Health, how can we help?
Representative.
I'm ready to answer any questions you have.
Representative.
I'm Sam.
Representative.
It sounds like you said representative. One moment. Select Health, how can we help?
Finally. Hi, I have a question on copays.
I can help with that.
Real people, real answers in real time. Select Health, insurance made simple. Learn more at selecthealth.org.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hey, Stoke here. If you need a hip or knee replacement surgery, check out Colorado Joint Replacement. They're home to some of the top trained surgeons in the state using the latest technology. Their expert surgeons offer the most innovative joint replacement care in the Front Range. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Audible's romance collection has something to satisfy every side of you, because you can't be pinned down, unless you want to be. Your first love story is free when you sign up for a 30-day trial at audible.com.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. You're listening to Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Nix, he's going to run it this time at the 5. Nix is in! Touchdown! And what an opening drive for the Broncos! A.J. Cole punting to Mims. It's a short punt. Mims a running start at the 48. Able to break free. Marvin Mims calling out blockers inside the 20. Touchdown! How about it? Somehow Mims was able to stay up. A Houdini act. And the Broncos take the lead. Harvey up the middle. Harvey takes it in. Touchdown. His 5th rushing touchdown of the season. And the Broncos add to their lead.
And the Broncos go on to win their 10th in a row. Play-by-play courtesy of Andrew Catalon there on CBS. Broncos continue to roll. I got Mark Schlereth with us right now in Chicago. Why Chicago? Because he called a game in Cleveland, and he was delayed getting out of Cleveland, missed his connecting flight, so he's been spending the morning with us in Chicago. We have Stink there. We have Stoke back in studio after being in Baltimore all weekend, celebrating the 25th anniversary of his Super Bowl team.
I'm kind of a big
that
deal.
he carried to that Super Bowl. Congratulations.
Yes. Just put him on my back.
Although we did have one texter that asked a very fair question. Hey, Stoke, when the Ravens were trailing 20-9 in the third quarter, did you decide that was when it was time to leave?
That was good. That was good. By the way, I did leave early. So
Figured you did.
I did get out of there at halftime. So I had to get back.
Yeah.
I mean, that's my commitment to work.
I appreciate it.
I could have stayed the night there.
Yep.
And taken today off, but no, I couldn't let my teammates down.
Yeah,
Gotta be here for y'all.
I should have left at halftime. Do you think anybody would? They probably wouldn't have noticed.
No.
Right?
No.
Just left at halftime. I'd have made it back to the show.
Yeah, well,
Man,
you're doing a
learn
good
from
job.
Stoke.
You're doing a good job from Chicago. We'll get your impressions of a weekend spent with Shedeur Sanders and Cleveland, and find out if Kevin Stefanski truly hates Shedeur Sanders a little bit later on in the show. But guys, give me Stoke. We'll start with you. Give me your biggest positive takeaway from what the Broncos did in this game yesterday. Biggest takeaway.
I think for me it was offensively. Just how they just took what was there, and they were able to sustain these drives. Not 1 3 and out. When's the last time that they gone a whole game without having a 3 and out? I mean, that to me just sums up how well they executed. So the long, sustained drives, taking what was there, converting on third downs, executing at a very high level offensively. And it seemed like everyone contributed, right? It wasn't just a couple guys. Everyone contributed. All the running backs, the fullback, all the wide receivers. So I think just a great job from everybody offensively. And when you're able to play like that, it's hard for defenses to slow you down. It's hard for defensive coordinators to say, all right, we're going to stop this guy. We're going to try to take away this guy. So great job by everybody offensively.
Yeah, I think there's always a question. You always have a question as you go through the season, week in and week out, there's another question. Well, one of them was answered. And the question was, who is going to replace the production we have gotten from J.K. Dobbins? And we on this show have talked about, hey, is it Jaleel McLaughlin? Is it Bidet? Can it be Harvey? Should Harvey just stay in the role as pass catching back? And I think the question was answered. R.J. Harvey yesterday became the answer to who replaces J.K. Dobbins. And, man, I'm telling you, it just was a breath of fresh air. And it was nothing that was like, oh, big explosive run, breakout 40-yard touchdown. It was just the grind. It was like rep in, rep out, just getting yourself 4.5 yards a carry, breaking tackles, running tough, putting your nose in there, and just one cut, get downhill, and get us positive yardage and keep us on schedule. I thought it was an answer to the question we've had for quite some time now, and that made me feel really good about what they did.
For me, it was Bo Nix, 31 of 38, over 83% completion percentage, only 212 yards, and I love the fact it was only 212 yards. I love the fact it was 31 completions for only 212 yards because he showed an ability to be boring and to be efficient and to be satisfied with just taking easy completions and leaving and getting this offense into a rhythm that led to these long scoring drives. I don't think it was a coincidence. I hate the fact that some quarterbacks are labeled game manager. I think it's actually a compliment, and so does Bo.
Yeah, you're right. It's become a negative thing. I don't know why, because the best quarterbacks of all time manage the game at a high level. I think the biggest difference is when the time comes down to it, they just find ways to make either an explosive or make another play. So all the good ones, all the great ones that win, they manage the game at a high level. Now, some are just more flashy, and I think they don't have that context or that tag. But it really doesn't matter because your job as a quarterback, execute the play that's called, get your team in the end zone. At the end of the day, have more points than the other team and find a way to win. And
that's Peyton Manning was a game manager. Tom Brady was a game manager. Drew Brees was a game manager. At the end of his career, John Elway was more of a game manager. I hate the term game manager because it has such a negative connotation. But I think it's obvious when you watch the great quarterbacks over the years. A lot of it is what Bo did yesterday. I'm not saying Bo's in that category. I'm just saying that he showed a lot of the things that great quarterbacks do, and I don't think it should be held against him as a negative, Stoke.
No, not at all. I mean, look, every game's going to be a little bit different, and you're going to be asked to do different things. And so I love the fact that he was just efficient. And that's when you're going to the next level. We know he can be explosive. He can make plays out of the pocket. But when you can just dissect a team from the pocket, keep drives going, and let your defense rest, I mean, that's next level stuff. So, yeah, find ways to win games, and it might look different every single week. But when you can do it like that from the pocket, I mean, that means that, you know what, you're taking a step forward and you're progressing because we've seen the explosive stuff from him. But now if he's able to do that, hey, now you got something.
When people complain about game managers, those people have never been around football. They don't understand how football – it's talking heads that have never been in a meeting, that have never understood what it is to play in the National Football League. You want your quarterback to manage the game. You want your quarterback to make good decisions. You want your quarterback to keep you on schedule. You want your quarterback to do all those things that is managing the game. I mean, that's the essence of playing that position, and that to me is a great compliment, not some backhanded compliment either. It's a real compliment to a guy who's playing the game at a high level.
Well, it is a Victory Monday celebration. It is also a Chiefs being eliminated victory celebration as well. So your thoughts on both of that. And up next, R.J. Harvey had his breakout game yesterday. Does it make you feel confident Now with life without J.K. Dobbins, that maybe it's not so scary. That's next.
The Broncos went into Las Vegas and took down the Raiders, reclaiming their spot as the top seed in the AFC. Is Sean Payton finding balance on offense at just the right time? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cutarelli for his live webinar this Wednesday at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cutarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cutarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's this Wednesday at noon. coloradorle.com.
Never have I ever called my sister from the finish line of my first marathon.
Hello?
You won't believe where I am.
Are you running?
Mile 26. I'm gonna make it.
Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e with its advanced camera system on us. Plus, 2 lines for just $30 a line.
Guys, I can't believe it.
I knew you could do it, babe.
That was amazing.
Mom, how do you feel?
I feel great. I can't feel my feet. Let's take a picture, and then you may carry me to the car.
Share every stride, every mile, every memory on America's best network. Switch to T-Mobile's 55 Plus plan and get iPhone 16e on us and 2 lines for just $30 a line.
With 24 monthly bill credits and 2 eligible port-ins on Essentials 55 Plus for well-qualified customers with autopay plus taxes, fees, and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off early or cancel. Contact us. Finance agreement 128 gigabytes, $599.99 required. Best mobile network in the U.S. based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 1H 2025. Visit T-Mobile.com.
After a car accident, you might wonder, do I really need a lawyer? But at Postman Law, we go beyond the courtroom. We're your single point of contact for insurance, medical bills, and doctors. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache.
Call 844-POSTMAN, attorney advertising.
This is Terrell Davis, 2-time world champion and Hall of Famer, wishing you happy holidays from my friends at Colorado Credit Union. The holidays are all about family, giving, and looking ahead to a great new year. And just like a great team, Colorado Credit Union is here to support you, whether it's saving for holiday gifts, planning for the future, or just making life a little easier. From everyone at Colorado Credit Union, season's greetings and have a happy and healthy 2026. Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches, all styles from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. Matthews, located in Highlands Ranch, serving Colorado since 1951.
Is water damaging your home? Contact Groundworks, the basement concrete foundation experts. Get your free inspection today. Learn more at groundworks.com. Licensed in all states where work is performed.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Job shaming.
You played in the NFL, but you were a wide receiver.
Embellishments.
I mean, sometimes I swear you're just making things up.
And amateur zoology.
I think polar bears are bigger than grizzlies.
Of course
so make them a polar bear.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, not only is it a Broncos victory celebration, but let's face it. Watching the Kansas City Chiefs be eliminated last night on national television and seeing those tears of Chris Collinsworth, oh, the demise. It's so sad. No playoffs without Patrick Mahomes, because not only were they eliminated from the AFC West, they were eliminated from making the playoffs. It's not going to happen. So we're celebrating that as well. And we got this one from Mike of Castle Rock. He's a teacher, and his class is listening right now. So here you go. Guys, I teach 6th grade. I have banned that whole 6-7 crap for my students because I'm sick of hearing it. And if they say it, they get homework. But not today. Today will be a 6-7 holiday all day long as we celebrate the Chiefs' current record. It's beautiful. So congratulations to Mike. Congratulations to all of you students out there. Say 6-7, 6-7, 6-7, all you want today because you have a free pass. The Chiefs are 6-7, and they're done, and it's glorious.
Oh, yeah, it is. I mean, a lot of streaks are broken here. They're done in the AFC West, and playoff-wise, it's probably a wrap for them there also. So a bad loss by them, and some bad decisions. Andy Reid going for it at the 30 on 4th and 1 in a tie game. I mean, some bad decisions, and they weren't able to execute. Normally, they find ways to make those plays and win that football game.
So shout out to Kilmer Elementary in Monument. So there you go. That's the
good for you guys.
Good
for you guys, and I am with you 100%. Not on the 6-7 stuff, but I am celebrating. I'm just celebrating a Chiefs. Like the Chiefs being out is glorious. It's just glorious. And to watch all the Chiefs people, their excuses, well, 7-year dynasty and this, that, and the other. And I don't care. I am celebrating your loss. I am celebrating the fact that you guys are not going to win the AFC West. And you guys, you're not making the playoffs. You're not winning out and making the playoffs. Come on. It's not going to happen.
The one from Chiefs Kingdom I love the best is that, hey, you should respect the greatness. You should respect what the Chiefs have done all these years. Let me ask you, Chiefs fan, did you feel that same way when the Patriots finally fell apart? The same Patriots team that owned you and sent you to so many heartbreaking losses. Did you, when they finally fell apart, did you sit back and go, well, I'm not that happy because I got a lot of respect for what they did. Come on. So you got to understand why America is rejoicing. That's why those television ratings were so high for Thanksgiving Day, why it was the most watched regular season game ever, that Cowboys-Chiefs game, because most of America tuned in hoping you would lose. Most of America tuned in last night hoping you would lose. So they're done. It's awesome.
And I mean, obviously it's and then you look at the Ravens, they're struggling.
Mm-hmm.
They might not make the playoffs either. So hey, it's great time to be in the Broncos situation right here. 11-2, 1-10 in a row. Got a great opportunity to get that number 1 seed. I don't know. What do we think about that 4th down bobble? No first down.
Ooh, the one to Franklin?
Yes.
I think they got it right.
I don't.
He bobbled the ball.
Just a little bit, but still,
he didn't complete the catch until after he got knocked back.
Again, I see these rules. I mean,
what I'd like to know.
So, the ball should have been placed at the 40.
No, because then when he finally got control of the ball, he was at like the 39.
No.
Who cares? Who cares, though?
Bad. That was bad.
What I want to know is what exactly was going on at the end of that game yesterday. So the Broncos have a 4th down and still like a minute left in the game, right? And so instead of kicking the field goal, they go for it. They don't get it. And then you got the completion downfield. The Raiders are not going to have time to run down and spike the ball to stop the clock. They call a delay game. I guess Brandon Jones was restricting the guy from getting up, which seemed kind of ticky-tack to me. And then Pete Carroll at that moment decides to kick a field goal, knowing full well that there's going to be no chance to be able to get an onside kick and try to get the ball back in time for a Hail Mary. Instead, he just kicks the field goal at that point.
It's mind-boggling.
Now, the point spread in that game was 8.5, 7.5, depending on, where you were. And that one decision, or all those decisions, lent to a bad beat for some people that had people screaming fits and screaming that the NFL is rigged. And what was going on?
What is Pete doing?
What is
Kicking
Pete
the
doing?
field
Well,
goal. 4
you
seconds left.
You tell me.
I don't know. I mean, either just run the ball or, throw a Hail Mary. Throw a Hail Mary. Why are you going to kick a field goal?
Right. The idea is to try to score right to the end, right?
Yeah.
No, I mean, he had some. Carlson's had some issues. He's missed some kicks. He wanted to get him some confidence.
I got you.
That was
I
it.
got you.
It was a confidence builder for the big push they're going to make in the final 4 games of the season.
Wow. I mean, you can't make that up, really. I mean, you get a delay a game penalty for. You can't do that.
Well, how about the official, too? I mean, that calls into question the motives of the official.
Well, I mean, I don't think the ref is I don't think so. I mean, don't give him the opportunity to throw that flag. The ref's not thinking that Pete Carroll's going to kick the field goal, is he? I mean, you can't give him the opportunity to call that if you're the Broncos defender there in that situation. So, hey, hopefully just a lesson to be learned. But man, I tell you what, if you had the Broncos minus 7.5, 8.5, you're scratching your head this morning.
Yeah, Mike.
Yeah, in our pick'em, I did have the Broncos, and
I felt bad for you too because that would have been a 3-0 week, and I was really rooting for you. And I was really rooting for you, and then when they kicked that field goal, I was like, "Oh, rats!
Oh, yeah.
Mike didn't get it. Shoot!"
Oh man, but that does that was pretty suspicious. I usually don't get too caught up in the tinfoil conspiracies about the script and the games being rigged and all that kind of stuff, but man,
that was a head scratcher.
That one was a bit of a head scratcher, absolutely. So a little bit of looking ahead here. We're certainly enjoying today, but Stink, you got to leave here in a couple of minutes to go catch a flight back home. Look, they've won 10 in a row. They're 11-2. They've clinched the tiebreaker in case they finish tied with New England atop the AFC. But how do you feel about this finishing kick? Home against Green Bay, home against Jacksonville, who suddenly just looks like a much different team. At Kansas City on Christmas night, whatever you're going to say about the Chiefs, and we're enjoying their demise, but I think they're still going to show a little bit of pride that night. And then home against the Chargers. How you feeling about this finishing kick here, Stink?
I feel really good about getting 2 really good teams back-to-back at home. Green Bay is interesting because they always seem to play to the level of their opponent. But Green Bay, and I think Jordan Love is playing really good football. That's going to be a good test for the Broncos and this defense. And then Jacksonville. I'm going to say what you want about Jacksonville and about Trevor Lawrence, who is very inconsistent, but Jacksonville playing really good defense. A really great front seven Jacksonville has. So I think these are 2 back-to-back really tough tests. Going to tell you a lot about the Broncos as they enter in the playoff season. So I think it's a great test. I think these are great teams they're going to face. And when you come out 2-0 versus those 2 teams at home, you're going to shut everybody up. And then it's going to become they got home field advantage, and they're going to be an almost impossible out at home in the playoffs. That's what I think is going to happen.
It's going to be. I mean, it's a tough stretch, obviously, but it's going to get you ready for the playoffs. 3 out of 4 at home. It's lining up nicely for the Broncos. So this one's going to be a fun one against Green Bay, and then Jacksonville. They're a better team than a lot of people are giving them credit for.
Yeah.
And they're playing pretty dang good ball right now. So. It's going to be a tough test here, but I like it. I think this is what you want to do heading into the playoffs. You want some tough games, and they're 3 out of 4 at home, and all 4. I mean, against good football teams.
By the way, you ever see a team whose fortunes changed as much overnight, seemingly, as the Colts? I mean, just a few weeks ago, rolling. Daniel Jones is the toast of the NFL. We're talking about a new contract for him, $250 million, and now they've lost 3 in a row, and now he's got an Achilles tear.
Oh.
I mean, if you don't sign, if you're the Colts, you don't sign him, right?
Oh yeah, yes, you got to sign.
You're going to sign him,
but he just lost money. Obviously, the price isn't as high as what it was. But who else? What are you going to do? Go back to Anthony Richardson?
Well, he's gotten a lot of rest now, so I'm sure he won't be tired when he's out there playing.
Tired?
Got a lot of rest. Mark, you have a safe trip back home.
Are you connecting through Cleveland?
Yes. Are you going?
Yeah,
back to Cleveland?
I'm flying back to Cleveland, where I get a direct from Cleveland to Arizona, and then Arizona, Denver.
Okay.
So it's gonna be really good.
Yeah.
See you Thursday.
You'll stop in Vegas, but won't change planes. Okay.
No, exactly.
All right. Safe trip. We'll see you back here tomorrow. We roll on.
Thank you, boys.
Coming up next.
The Broncos won their 10th game in a row and secured a key tiebreaker over New England. With a month remaining in the season, will the road to Super Bowl 60 run through the Mile High City? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Gravina's Window Center of Littleton. Hey guys, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be blunt. Your windows, if they're drafty, if they're sticking, if they're leaking, every cold night, every cold day is costing you money. And starting in January, they'll cost you even more to replace because window prices are going up right now. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton is letting homeowners lock in 2025 pricing, but here's the catch. You got to order by December 31st. Miss that deadline, you're going to pay those 2026 prices, guys. This is the moment to move. Don't let another winter night cost you money, guys. Don't let another winter night chill you to the bone. 2026 prices are going to punch you in the wallet, so save now. And make sure you call Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, 303-794-0490, or you can find them online at Windows for Your Home. Lock in those 2025 prices right now, 303-794-0490, windowsforyourhome.com.
Whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Beau Visage Skincare and Spas, and the holidays are here, and all of us have that wonderful woman in our lives, our mothers, our wives, that girlfriend. Guys, you want to get them something really nice, affordable as well. Here's the idea. Beau Visage Skincare and Spa, guys, they specialize in great treatments like European facial, soothing, therapeutic massage. Everybody wants the gift of pampering and relaxation, and nobody, and I mean nobody, does it better than Beau Visage for a better price. You're not buying just a luxurious spa experience, guys. You're buying peace of mind, rest, and relaxation, something that everybody needs this time of year, and I can guarantee you I have been there first class all the way with all kinds of great gift packages at very competitively priced services. So it's easy shopping as well. Just call them 303-779-5002. That's 303-779-5002. Or as always, you can find them online at bbspa.com. That's bbspa.com.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Roller Auctions.
It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. relentless mind games.
Are you trying to get me in an O'Reilly right now?
Total accountability.
You're always throwing your teammates under the bus. That's just what you do.
And a sprinkle of advanced analytics.
The Boo Rating, BOO, which is balls over opponent.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
We say goodbye to Stink, who called the game in Cleveland yesterday and then got delayed gain out of Cleveland, missed his connection in Chicago, spent the night in Chicago, did give us 2.5 hours this morning from his hotel room, so we appreciate that. And now he's hopefully on his way home. But in the meantime, we carry on with you. And here's what the Broncos accomplished yesterday, Stoke. By winning the game, they now own the tiebreaker, common opponents. If they finish in a tie with New England atop the AFC, they'll win the tiebreaker because they had the better record against common opponents. The Patriots inexplicably lost to the Raiders back in week 1, so the Broncos earn that. Now, if the Chargers lose tonight to Philadelphia, the Broncos do not clinch the AFC West, but they will be up 3 with 4 games left to play. So a very good position to be in. The Chiefs were eliminated from AFC West consideration, so all that talk was justified back in the summer when we questioned, is the gap closing between the AFC West, the rest of the AFC West, and the Chiefs? I would say so, because the Chiefs have been eliminated 13 games in. So that's what's going on. And as we sit here this morning with the Broncos proud possessors of 10 wins in a row, how you feeling?
Well, I feel great. I told you about the Chiefs that I believe it when I see it, the downfall of the Chiefs. Until it actually happens, people have been talking about it for the last 3 years, and every year they're in the Super Bowl. Last year, they can't keep doing it. They can't keep winning these close games. Year before that, you know what? Now they got to go on the road and play Buffalo and Baltimore in the playoffs, and they always seem to figure it out. So it's been fun to watch, and the Broncos right now are in such a great position. That tiebreaker is huge. We'll be scoreboard watching New England. They have Buffalo coming up, and they have Baltimore still. So hopefully they lose 1 or 2 more games, and if they do that, it's going to be hard for the Broncos not to get that number 1 seed, and I think that's huge. You look up, and you're going to have the playoffs go through in Power Field, and you get 1 less game. You get to bye. I'm not a huge fan of NFL buys. They just have never worked out for me very well. But I think in this situation, it's a big deal, and it would be huge if the Broncos could get that number 1 seed.
So I can't believe I'm asking the question, but I'm going to ask the question because it is, I think, a fair question. Even with a 10-game winning streak, even with an 11-2 record, because of the teams they've beaten, do you go into this finishing kick, home against Green Bay, home against Jacksonville, at Kansas City, home against the Chargers, feeling confident that this team is built and is playing at a level to absolutely go out and handle their business coming down the stretch? Or are you still in prove-it-to-me mode?
Well, I mean, I like what I've seen from them, obviously, and they have sold me. I don't care about who they're beating and what style they're beating them in. What I've really liked is this offense, and I think this offense has taken some steps forward, and that was my biggest concern, was offensively, could they do enough to help this defense out? And they have shown me, yes, they can. And I really like what I saw from them yesterday. Sustained drive, staying on the football field, wearing a defense out, taking what is available, what is there, being patient, letting your defense rest. I love what I saw offensively. And so that's kind of what has held me back, was saying, okay, yeah, I do believe in this football team. And now it looks like they're taking a step forward there. So, no, I mean, this team can play with anybody. When you play good special teams and great defense, and now you get that running game going, I mean, they can play with anyone. So it's going to be a fun, last 4 weeks of the season. Obviously, Broncos are going to be in the playoffs, but Green Bay and Jacksonville at home, those are 2 good football teams.
Boy, I feel a lot better about the offense. I really do. R.J. Harvey had that kind of, I think, aha moment for a young player when he realized, you know what? If I just hit the hole hard and run hard, guess what? Some good things can happen. And so I don't need to be hesitant. I don't need to look up and say, ooh, looks a little bit crowded in there. Let's just bounce it out to the outside. I think he got, and the only way you can understand it and learn it is by having it actually happen. He saw what happens when you just run hard. And, boy, he ran hard yesterday. And so that was a huge, huge development. I thought Bo Nix played one of his best games as a pro. And on a day in which he threw for only 212 yards and no touchdown passes. Why would I say that? Because he continues to show, really overnight, from what we were watching all year to what we've been watching these last 3 games, Stoke, is somebody who overnight looks more poised, looks more calm. Fundamentally, he looks better. And the fact that instead of having more of a boom or bust approach to this offense, where if you're not hitting the deep shots, this would be a team that would go 3 and out more often than not. The fact that he's willing to recognize the value of shorter completions and throwing it to guys who are open underneath and keeping your offense, what do you guys like to say, ahead of the chains and
on schedule
and all those other football cliches that are great cliches, but they do matter. They are truthful, right? There is something about staying on schedule, staying ahead of the chains, keeping your entire playbook open. And Bo did that to perfection yesterday. 31 completions. I just think it was a huge step forward for his development, his growth as a quarterback.
Yeah, no, he was great. Being able to beat teams from the pocket and going through your progressions and, all right, you want to take away this? Boom, I'm going to that. That's next-level stuff. So, I thought that was obviously a huge positive. I do wish sometimes he would run the ball. He's getting out of the pocket. That early one before he ran it in.
Yes.
I mean, that was wide open. He could have just walked in.
Yep.
And then later in the game, he got out of the pocket and tried to force it in there. And there's, hey, get a positive play with your feet. I don't want him taking any unnecessary hits. But at the same time, that's a big strength of his. And I think he could use that a little bit more. But I think there was such a, yesterday, the way that he was able to stay on task, stay on schedule, keep the defense on their heels, and just pick them apart. I mean, that's next-level stuff. So I'm with you. I thought he was great, and that might be his best game, just the way that he was operating. And, no 3 and outs, no turnovers, no interceptions. So, I thought that was a great performance by him.
Yeah, and to this text from Matt, and we appreciate the text, Matt. I'm not bagging on you. It's a fair point you make, but I think there's some nuance to it where he says, but did the offense really achieve much yesterday? 17 points. Game would have been tied without Mims's return. Well, they definitely sat on the ball at the end. They could have gone for more points at the end, but you do realize that, and by my I may be 1 possession off, but other than that, they had 6 possessions yesterday. You realize that? In the entire game. They had 3 in the first half.
Yeah.
Okay, 3 possessions. Actually, well, there was technically there was a 4th. There was
we're not counting
that Knicks Hail Mary.
Right, we're not counting
no, they had 3 possessions in the first half. They had 3 possessions in the second half.
3 plus 3 is 6, Mike.
That's 6.
Look at us.
So why am I encouraged by 17 points from the offense? It was 6 possessions, no 3 and outs. They scored on the first possession, opening drive of a game for the first time in 11 games. And just look at those 3 drives. Look at the plays. Look at the yards. Look at the time of possession. Look at the efficiency. Look at not having the drive. So many times, there are defenses out there all around the NFL. The Vic Fangio shell defense. You know what the idea behind that shell defense is, Stoke? Come on, you know it. It's all about we're going to keep a dome over the field. We're not going to let the big plays downfield. We're going to challenge teams to put together 12, 13, 14 play drives without making a mistake. And you know what? Most of the time it works because teams can't do it. For the Broncos to do that not once, not twice, but 3 times and come away with 17 of a potential 21 points, that is a huge, huge win for this offense.
You make an intelligent observation.
Thank you, Vic. A massive step forward. Don't get caught up in they only scored 17 points. Look into how they got those 17 points. That's what you should be optimistic about as a Bronco fan.
Yeah, exactly. I think you nailed it there. Obviously, they could have scored on that last drive. They just trying to run the clock out. And then, who knows? They would have had great field position on that punt return anyway, so they probably were going to score on that one. I just love, to your point, I just love how they were able to sustain these types of drives. And so there's a lot of positives there when you're able to do that and say, all right, especially for a young quarterback, sometimes that becomes a difficult thing. But they did it at a high level yesterday. Bo played great.
Okay, we'll get to some other things that happened over the weekend. What a weekend it was for all the local teams. Just further proof that who's got it better than us. And, those Irish eyes are crying this morning. That's next.
The Broncos offense came out swinging. Thanks to a strong performance by R.J. Harvey. Is the rookie runner proving he can be trusted to take control of Denver's backfield? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey guys, let me ask you a question. You live with back pain, neck pain, worried about needing surgery. How about taking all those habit-forming medications? Well, my guys at Spine One specialist treatments that offer alternatives to major surgery and long-term medication. And here's the best news. You can do exactly what I did. Start your journey toward pain-free today. That's right. They're a phone call away with same-day appointments. 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Spine One is a complete medical center. They've got spine care with exams, MRIs, physical therapy, treatment options, all in one facility. And their board-certified physician's going to educate you on what's going on and then giving you treatment options for both nagging and debilitating pain. Guys, they changed my life. I suffer with debilitating pain in my low back for decades. Quit playing golf, quit going to the gym. Most importantly, man, I couldn't sleep through the night. Hey, that's not the case any longer. A couple short visits to my guys at Spine One. I was back on the golf course, back in the gym, sleeping through the night. Most importantly, they can do it for you too. Start your journey today. Same day appointments. Call them 303-367-2225, 303-367-BACK. Or as always, you can find them online at spine1.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later on your timeline. No showings, no double moves. Plus, Orchard handles all home repairs for you, attracting buyers. Buy before you sell and get top dollar with Orchard. Visit Orchard.com for your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are your bills keeping you up at night? Imagine using your home equity for a financial reset that helps you to finally get ahead again. At Cake Mortgage, we get it. Life's expensive. Insurance, groceries, and high-interest credit card debt. That's why we created the Cake Fast Cash Home Equity Program. Turn your home into your ATM without touching your existing mortgage rate. Cake Fast Cash is fast. Many clients close in 2 weeks, so call Cake today and pay down high-interest cards, free up cash, or fund home upgrades, and you only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical injury firm. Our lawyers have won at the U.S. Supreme Court, gone head-to-head with giants like Uber and Amazon, and recovered billions for clients. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. PostmanLaw.com. Others promise. Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Guys, you've heard of TRT, but you have no idea what testosterone can do for you. Once you start the treatment, you're going to wish you did it sooner. Now you can take the TRT test for free at Synergenics and Low T Center. Walk in before 10 a.m. or book ahead at fixmylowt.com.
Need a plumber? Euro Plumbing has the lowest prices in town. Rock bottom prices on whole house repipes, sewer line repairs, even water heaters. 720-500-3000.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning presented by Groove Toyota.
Here we go.
Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's Reaction Monday, powered by Silter Har Motors. Listener appreciation.
Our RamosLaw.com texters always answer the bell.
Mentorship.
You can't be that guy. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. And words of wisdom.
Don't let my confidence offend your insecurity.
It's Stokley and Evans with Mark Schlereth on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
All right, a Bronco Reaction Monday. Bronco Victory Monday. Tap dancing on the Chiefs' graves Monday. Texter said, Evans, you keep saying that the Chiefs have been eliminated. They have not been eliminated from playoff contention. No, they have not. They have not yet been officially eliminated, but come on. First of all, even if they do win out, and they would have to win out, just to get to 10-7, the tiebreakers work massively against them. Plus, secondly, Stoke, there's just something about the eye test, too. You know, at some point, you go to hit the gas and there's no gas there. And I think that people keep saying, okay, you know, it's time for the Chiefs to show what they're made of. Well, I would have argued that was last week against the Cowboys on Thanksgiving Day. It was certainly last night at home on national television. And Patrick Mahomes had one of the worst games of his career. Maybe there's just nothing there. And
right.
You could talk all you want about, they're still potentially dangerous, but end of the day, this is who they are. You just were in Baltimore. You just saw the Ravens play. And the whole NFL world's been like, don't count out the Ravens yet. They still well, at some point, you are what you are. And maybe right now, for all the talk about the Chiefs and the Ravens still being dangerous, maybe they're not. And this is just who they are. And that's not a very good football team.
No, they're not. Kansas City's beat up. Their offensive line is beat up. And if you can't block them up front, you're going to struggle. And that's what they've been doing. So it's, Kansas City loses. I mean, they're 6-7. They're 10th right now when you look at, the playoff picture. They can't win the West, so they have been eliminated from the West. Most they can win is 10 games. We already have 11. So it's going to be really difficult for them to sneak in and bypass some of these teams in front of them. To your point, they're going to lose a lot of these tiebreakers. They already lost to Houston, right? They lost to Buffalo, and they lost to the Chargers, right? So, they're going to have to win out and get some help. So, what a great year it's been for the Broncos. The Chiefs are taking a big step back. The Raiders have regressed. So much for the talk like, oh, man, going to get Pete Carroll. They're going to be a football team that we have to worry about here moving forward. They're going to be a well-coached football team. They're a complete disaster, John. I mean, they're worse than what they were last year with Josh McDaniels or Antonio Pierce or whoever the coach was.
True.
I mean,
Rich Bisaccia.
Rich. I mean, we got their other special teams coach fired after last game that we played them, and now we get a punt return for a touchdown. They're a mess there. I don't think Pete makes it to year 2. I think it's a wrap.
Really? One and done, huh?
Really, I do.
You mean like he gets fired or he just says, I don't need this anymore?
I think he gets fired. Pete's not going to tap out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not going to get another job, right? I mean, this is it. So they're going to fire him. I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, sorry.
Much more on the Broncos throughout the course of the day.
Got a lot of energy, though. Got a lot of energy for
still
a
chomping on that gum.
95-year-old.
Still chomping on that gum.
Oh.
Still running down the sideline.
energy.
Getting in the ref's ear, putting his arm around the ref. He still got that energy. College football, the playoff bracket is out. Did Notre Dame get screwed?
No. I mean, that's
that seems to be the prevailing opinion out there, that the Irish got screwed.
Yeah, I don't think so. I mean, do more, play better teams. And I know they've won 10 in a row, but I don't like the rule that we got to have 2 non-power 4 teams that get in. Is that the rule? 2 of them? Is that why Madison and Tulane both got in? James Madison and Tulane? Is that Is that why?
I assume so, yeah.
It's ridiculous. Why? I mean, we're trying to see the best of the best. That's fine. Like, we can give one spot away, especially when you only have 12. If you want to give one spot to one of those teams, that's fine. But Notre Dame should be in it. They're not. Is it unfair? Sure. But you're going to have to go to 16 teams here soon and do more. Get in a conference, right?
Well, the rules are set up as the rules are set up. But you don't put the best 65 teams into March Madness every year either. You get an invitation to a lot of these teams that have no business being there.
Yeah, but
that's
it's 60-something, Mike.
Know.
It's not 12.
But in this case, we went from forever it being no playoff to 2 teams to 4 teams, and now we're at 12. Quickly accelerating on our way to probably 16 here in the very near future. But it's different. Basketball is different than football. You even think Tulane's gonna? Who are they playing? I mean, I don't know. I think we see upsets all the time in basketball. I don't know. Well, it took forever. It took forever for a 16 seed to knock off a 1 seed. It took forever for a 15 to knock off a 2. Well,
but we're seeing all these. You see 12 over.
Sure.
What number would that be?
5.
12 over 5.
The dreaded 5-12 matchup.
14 over.
Nobody wants that 5.
6s.
But my point being is that Notre Dame can't complain because you knew going in that the Tulanes and the James Madisons of the world were going to get bids, so you can't complain about that. It's not like they just changed the rules on you at the last minute. You knew what the rules were going in. Don't lose to Miami to start the season. That's the other thing. If you're going to be playing these games, and understand that these games in early September, late August, they have meaning. And if you don't win them, it could come back to haunt you. So I'm above the law. There's another lesson there. The other lesson is Notre Dame has to realize their days of being high and mighty Notre Dame, and we don't have to play by the same rules that you all play by, are over. You don't play in a conference, you see what happens. You see when you have the strength of schedule that Notre Dame has by not being in a legitimate conference, that hurt them. When you're not in a conference, you don't get a chance to play in a conference championship game to help boost your resume. I'm not saying that every team that's in the playoff played in a conference championship game, but there is an air of legitimacy that goes with playing in a conference, a good conference, a deep conference, and also having to go through a conference championship game. Notre Dame doesn't have to do any of this stuff, and they've always had allowances made for them. I'm kind of happy that
there is no rule.
In this day and age now, Notre Dame did not get an allowance made for them, and they're out.
Yeah, so there is no. So it's just one team then. One team. Why did both Tulane and James Madison get in then? I mean, to me, that's Drew. I mean, that's crazy that they both got in.
Yeah, guys. The reason that they got in is because it's the 4 highest-ranked conference champs to get in, and because Duke won the ACC, they were not going to be ranked higher than James Madison.
You
and
need
Tulane.
all 5 conference champions.
Exactly.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go.
But again, those are the rules.
Yeah, no.
That's the way the rules are set up.
I don't mind that they're not playing in a bowl game. Nowadays you got the transfer portal coming up. I'm sure guys are hitting the portal. You're looking at who's coming up, and it's like, do we want to go play in the Poland Weed Eater Bowl in Shreveport, Louisiana? No. Okay, we're not going to play that. I don't like.
I don't
who
care
cares?
Either. I don't care either.
Right.
I don't
so
care
let
either.
them do whatever they want to do.
I know that part of it. I'm not really bothered by them not.
But a
playing
lot
in
of people are. Oh my gosh, they don't want to play in a bowl game. Bowl games are so. Kids don't want to play in bowl games anymore.
I just love seeing high and mighty Notre Dame, who's never had to play by everybody else's rules, get humbled like this.
Yeah, no, I'm with you.
It's great. It's awesome.
I'm here for it.
It's awesome. We are done. Thank you so much, everybody. Great job on the RumbleSlot.com text line. Great job on our YouTube channel. And great job just listening and hanging out with us all day long.
Does Mark make it back?
Mark.
Do we think he's here in the morning?
Yes.
I agree. I think he does.
He may not get in until 2 in the morning, but he'll be here.
Planes, trains, and automobiles.
He'll get here. Dover had his own travel adventure.
He FaceTimed me late Saturday night.
Dover's got some stories to tell.
After his Indiana game that he went to when he was with his Uncle Troy, so I got a late night FaceTime from Dover.
Uncle Troy and Cecil all coming your way next.
Join Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan at Blue Sports Stable in Superior for our Denver Sports Equipment Drive, benefiting Recruiting Classroom. We're taking donations of new or gently used sports equipment through December 20th. Head to denversports.com/equipment for a list of drop-off locations and most needed items. And help us spread some cheer this holiday season.
Fellas, what is happening? Stoke here for my friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. Hey, the holidays are meant to be joyful, right? But if you're a man dealing with erectile dysfunction, the season of love and joy can be tough on you. If ED is putting a strain on your relationship, this is a year to turn things around. Show your partner you care by giving the gift of treating your ED and restoring your relationship. My friends at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they have treatments when the pills or the herbals fail. They have treatments with success rates well over 90%. Some treatments can have you last an hour or more. And they serve the Front Range of Colorado for nearly a decade, and they have successfully treated tens of thousands of men. Fellas, stop procrastinating. Start taking your health seriously again. Jeff and his team at Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, they're the absolute best. They can get you taken care of. They have an expert staff, and if you're like a lot of men, you could be having sex the day after your appointment. They have 5 locations right here in Colorado to serve you. Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. Call 720-440-7900. That's 720-440-7900, or you can find them online at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speed